And there we are. I'm live.
All right. We are live, boys and girls.
What's up, everyone? I've only got a couple viewers.
Oh, that's fine. Same with me.
Yup. Can y'all hear ZippoFanatic okay? Me too. I'm going to see if I can't figure out
What
how
I
to...
do is I keep the phone where you want it near the microphone on the laptop. I keep it down on the table.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is.
Perfect. Single line.
Hello, Azak. I think is his name.
All right, everybody, we have started. Just give
Pop
me a
out
second.
chat. There we go.
I gotta pull the chat up, and I also want to go to Owen's live stream screen.
Yup. What's up, y'all?
I just want to go leave a like on his live stream too and a comment.
Yo, here we are. Okay, so my chat is now on the second monitor. It's a little dark over there, but we're okay.
All right, now I just gotta pull up my live stream chat.
What's up, Nick and ZippoFanatic? Brighten up this little thingy here.
We're just doing a few technical things. I just clicked over one thing and I got started.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know where all of the. I'm just here. What's up, y'all? My first stream. I didn't even know I was streaming tonight, but we're live and it's a good time.
Okay. Sorry, I got to be able to speak the chat too, so I have to have the chat. I'm just gonna bang through my chat real quick. Dylan, my man, what's going on, brother? I hope you stay hard. If you do more than 4 hours, notify a doctor. Terry, when does it start? Right fucking now, brother. Classified, howdy, Dylan, like button, Canadian Cobra, already done. Always do. Cardar too. Hey, nice seeing you again, buddy. Welcome back to the stream. It's funny actually seeing you in the Zippo YouTube channel comments not long ago. I thought that was fun. Anybody get good deals this week on Zippo? I have not bought this for a long time. Did buying this forbidden insert. What's the forbidden insert? Vector Thunderbird. Yes, Dylan had a few already. Got me some because they were broken for parts. Makes sense. They're pretty good in my opinion. It is what it is. I find one of my fault. We have nights at a time. I love the versatility, storage, and soft link insert. Yes, having both of one. I got a Udis gifted to me by Kismet. Fair enough. I'm a fluid guy, partly because of the versatility, very reliable, and partly because of this classic feel and smell I want to add to that comment. But yeah, I use fluid because it's the only thing I can use in the winter. Heavy, what's up, guys? Mysterious Beard, Heavy, and we're live. Caleb, I made it. Hey, Ramsey, nice for you to be here, man. I found you on TMAN's channel, obviously. You're there in the comment. Nice to hear everyone. And it's Tara Burr. Hey, what's going on, Tara? Okay, I jammed through all the comments. Now I just want to get everybody in the chat and let them know me and Owen are going to be talking a lot about TMAN tonight. This live honor him. I'm giving away a Zippo in TMAN's honor tonight. Everybody, his name is in the draw. And if anyone else has good stories in TMAN they want to share, let us know in the comments. We will read them. Zippo Collector, what's going on? I just got my US Navy Rasmus slashes. You must be happier than a bigot. I would be. Hey, how are you guys doing? Glad you guys made it here. Dylan. Yeah, the feedback is coming off of Owen's phone. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's weird. My laptop isn't making any noise.
No, I know it's not from your laptop. Whenever me and you FaceTime, they're always like that, but like.
Oh no! Shoot.
Yeah, whenever I'm talking to you, I can always hear it.
That's weird.
Maybe try turning the volume down on your phone a bit.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just put my AirPods in. One sec.
Oh yeah, there you go. That works.
Yep.
But now I just want to warn everybody that also could work both ways. Is Owen So I might have to make investments to my phone. I don't want this live stream to be.
Let's see if you're. Are you in? Switch this to. Oh, you just got to make sure that your audio is coming through the. Where the hell is the phone call right here? There's that. Speakers, AirPods. There we go. Oh shoot! But if I have my AirPods in, they can't hear you. Oh gosh, what are we gonna do? That's probably fair. It's just I think it'd still be hard for them to hear you as well. We're for those of you wondering, I mean, we're just trying to figure out what to do because apparently he's getting a little bit of feedback on his end from my phone, and it is problematic. Just trying to see. Yeah, let me just try turning the volume down a little bit so that way maybe my viewers can still hear you. Let's see. Make sure.
That's all he had to do is just turn his volume down.
That should do it. How's that?
Yeah, it's not as bad.
All right.
The feedback is much lower. You can hear my echo now. It's big. That's good.
Cool.
All right, perfect. I think we solved that problem.
Hopefully everybody on my chat stream can still hear you.
Yeah, anybody in Owen's chat, please let us know if the audio is coming fine on that. Owen's just trying this for the first time.
This is my first time streaming. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I do have a pretty sick setup. I've got 2 monitors. I've got like this portable thing with my chat on it. So it's pretty cool. So yeah. At least we got.
You guys haven't seen it, but he does got a pretty sweet setup. He's got this like fucking cool monitor, man. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it for work, and then like when I got this computer, I was like, I can definitely use it for this as well. So I haven't really used it for work yet, though, if I'm being honest. I just have it in case I need it. It's just pretty sick though. Like I use it. It does come in handy sometimes. It's like this. It's like dude. It's like only like $130 too. If you want to, I can find the link for you.
I can see how that'd be very useful on the go for a person who's always traveling.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, like for me, I would never buy anything like that just because like I don't ever use my laptop. The only reason why I got a laptop is YouTube won't let you do all the extra goodies you can do on YouTube without the computer. They won't let you do it all from your phone.
True, man. True.
And the poll, for anybody wondering why the poll is what it is, my live stream, I think the quality of Zippos has went down. I was watching one of TMAN's like first 10 videos he ever posted. It was like 7 years ago or something. And him and Owen had went to Rocky Mountain.
Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Okay, yeah, Rocky Mountain Knife Works. This is the first time I've ever heard T-Man talk about it, and he talked about it all those years ago. He was talking about how the quality of Zippos had went down, right? And like, whenever me and him would talk, and like, we listen to the live streams where he was part of lots, he talked about it all the time. He always talked about the quality of Zippos. So I thought it would just be fun because he always talked about it. He noticed it before I ever did, right? Like, I just thought that was funny. And then I just also, before we got going too far too, I also just wanted to talk about the Zippo I'm giving away tonight. It is this Zippo here with mine and T-Man's logo on it, basically my new logo. brass knuckles are always on her TMAN. He absolutely loved them. I think it looks badass. And I learned how to put coins on from his videos, so I thought that was a good way to commemorate it. And the Zippo was also so badly damaged I couldn't do anything to it, like as far as customization, like other than that. So it made sense. And then another sentimental piece to the Zippo is that it was the very first Zippo I ever tried to etch. You can see my logo faintly burned into the brass. It was sent to me by Zippo Daily Fix. He wanted to help me practice. He sent me some old junkers, and this was the first Zippo I ever etched. If it wasn't for this Zippo, practicing on this Zippo, I never would have got to where I was today. So this Zippo has a lot of significant importance, and it's sentimental. And I just thought it'd be a good giveaway. It had a lot of story behind it, and just for people to know out there. Doesn't matter if you find the Zippo in the trash can, pawn shop, Facebook Marketplace. Every single Zippo in the world has a very sentimental story attached behind it if you ever take the time to listen. And I just thought that was an interesting thing to say on here.
Yeah, that's really cool. I just pulled your stream up. Yeah, that's really cool. That's yeah.
And I really wanted to start the live stream out with this fucking funny ass story Owen has, man. Like this had me splitting my sides for like a half an hour being in just giggling about this. Like this is the fucking funniest story ever. It's good teammates and something, and I wanted Owen to share it on the live stream. If he's ready to talk about it whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's I think he's talking about I'm thinking he's talking about these mugs.
Yes.
Yeah, which I just dripped water all over my laptop because it's been frozen. So let's make sure that gets off of the laptop. Yeah, this is a App State kind of. It's an Appalachian State vintage kind of like mug thing that Tristan's grandpa randomly had I want to say he had 50 or 60 of. And he wanted to get rid of them. So what happened was
Can I just interrupt for a second? I just want to accept this story. Owen has a video honoring TMAN, and if you watch that video, and at the end of it, he shows pictures of him and TMAN hanging out and doing things. There is a picture of Owen, TMAN, and his grandpa all from this story. So if you want to get a good gauge and view of what you're hearing, go check out Owen's video and fast forward to the end and look at this photo. You'll know all the Sorry for interrupting. I just thought that was important. Keep going. So they had the fun.
Absolutely. No, thank you. Thank you for that. What happened is that so Tristan's grandpa had all these mugs that they were had, and they're just a bunch of these. They're really cool. They're actually really cool mugs, as you can see. It's like a vintage. This is the school I went to for university, and they're vintage. It's Esse Quam Verde 1989 Appalachian State University. So he had 50 of these, and he needed to get rid of them. And I was like, what we should do is we should try to sell them to bars. So I'm trying to remember exactly how this went down, but I picked him up one day and I was like, go, and we knew we were going to do this. So he brought a big box of these mugs. It was just this giant box full of them. I was like, wow, that's incredible. He had already given me this one a few years before. And I've been just kind of keeping it in my room. I didn't really drink at the time, so I just kind of kept it in my room.
Are you showing it in your live right now?
I'm showing it. Yeah. If it's on, yeah. If y'all are watching my live stream, you can see it right here. This is what it looks like.
Yeah. So if you go to Owen's live stream, you can't actually see the mugs we're talking about. They are very nice mugs.
They actually are. Yeah. This is a really cool mug. So what happened? So I'd had this for a few years prior to that, but when so he got to my car and we drove, and I cannot remember the exact order of operations, but we went to various bars around town. I think so. As you know, both of us, you know, I grew up in Boone and I lived in Boone for a long, long time. So the bars are mostly in Boone, but we actually drove down to West Jefferson, which is a nearby town. It's like 40 minutes out to try it a little bit there as well. But yeah, everybody was turning us down for selling these mugs. We'd walk in and Tristan, being like kind of a salesman almost, he was actually pretty good at it too. He would go in and he would pitch them like, they're vintage, they're cool, and they're like, I don't necessarily think they're handmade, but they kind of look handmade. I guess in a weird way, but like, yeah, he was just pitching them in like such a really brilliant way. Everybody was turning them down. And it turns out one of the bars that we went to was like, yeah, those are not pint glasses. Those are actually 15-ounce glasses, which is obviously a little bit problematic if you're a bar and you're supposed to sell like specific measurements of if you're supposed to sell specific measurements of fluids. So that was kind of a problem. We didn't quite realize that until the very end, but it was just a fun day. I think we went to Boone. I don't know if we went to Boone Saloon. I really wish I could remember where we went. We went to a lot of places. No one went to the tap room, which Tristan was a big fan of. We went, and I do think we did go to Boone Saloon. And then we went to West Jefferson, I want to say, after that. And we went to this one. I can't remember any of the bars in West Jefferson, but one of them was kind of like just like this real ritzy kind of like beer shop. It was actually really cool. I need to go back to that bar, actually. I'd love to check that out again. But they didn't take it. And then we came back to Boone, and we ended out on this place called the River Street Ale House. And that was the last place we tried. But when Tristan tried to sell it to them, the bar themselves wouldn't buy it. But then as Tristan and I were walking out, like all of the female bartenders behind the bar like chased him down. And they all had like 20s in their hands, and they're like, "Can we please buy one of those mugs?" So I think Tristan got to sell like 3 of them to just random chicks that just chased him out.
I just want to butt in and just say this about TMAN. Like, a lot of people in the chat already know who he is and watch the videos, but for anybody who doesn't, that's wondering what we're talking about. Like, this kid is a fucking, he's being owned called the right one. Like, Ron and him, you know what I mean? He's got that personality, and like anyone who watches the live streams, watched all my live streams, always involved. We always joke and call even Leonardo DiCaprio Leo. Looks like a young Leo.
Dude, yeah, he really does.
And like for a young kid, man, like he's just such an old soul. Like if you talk to him, you have no idea what he looks like or his age. You would think you're talking to like an older adult.
Yeah.
My son is only 4 months older than TMAN. My son is like almost 4 months to the day. Their birthdays are almost the fucking same. And my son isn't as like charismatic and like smart and like knows so much like about history. Like my son doesn't even know what World War II is. He's never even heard of it. Like I'm not saying my son's a bad kid. I love him to death. He's got a good job now. Finished college. He's living with his girlfriend. Hopefully, I'll be a grandpa in a few years. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say he's a bad kid, but like I just said, like TMAN just always had that just charismatic, draw you in. Like even if like I've known people too who like didn't really like him or his content at first, but like just getting to talk to him in the live stream just made them a big fan of him. He's just so real and like not fake and like completely honest.
Yep. No, absolutely. I completely agree. He was just literally, he was like it's funny. You talk to him and you feel like you're talking, like I'm 28 and I always felt like I was talking to somebody that was like also 28 when I was speaking to him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even back in like, well, when I met him when he was 15, he was like, obviously he was like 15. So he acted like a 15-year-old, but even then he was still like, it was still like quite impressive as like how smart he was and like how like knowledgeable he had, how much knowledge he had back then when he was only like literally only 15 years old.
Like he started posting
Yep.
And he's got a soft voice in it because he's just a little kid at the time. He holds himself well. Like he talks so well in it, and the things he talks about, just because I know other 14-year-old kids right now that started a YouTube channel, and there's a Zippo ones, and when they talk about Zippo, they don't even know anything about Zippo, and they're calling it by the wrong name, about it. It's like, at least TMAN, when he was saying something about that Zippo was correct, he did research, he did a little bit of reading.
He did.
It's a big loss for the community because we all freaking love that.
Dude, yes, absolutely. Yeah, he was well versed and well researched in almost everything he talked about. Like I would sometimes we'd just be talking and he'd just be talking to me and I'd just be like, bro, I mean, yeah, I guess I agree. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds like you know what you're talking about. And like, absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say hey to a couple people that popped up in my chat. We've got Nick Carroll said, "What's up, bro? Do I have a nice lighter collection? I do. I think I've got like 70 lighters in my collection right now, which is a pretty decent. I think I've kind of like I haven't really been buying Zippos much this year, but like I think I'm about at 70, maybe even approaching 80 at this point. So that's where I'm at right now. So I mean, yeah, they're mostly like modern Zippos. I've been kind of like looking at ever since I started collecting Zippos. I've been kind of focused on like sort of the current market, just because when I was younger, it was the easier thing to look at, and it's just kind of what I've been sticking with. They what did he say? They to me a lime green Zippo. I mean, yeah, I do have the lurid green one, which is essentially lime green. I also used to have the neon yellow as well, which is basically lime green. I think I sold that one. I either sold that one or the neon orange. I can't quite remember which one I sold. But yeah, I sold it to an Australian guy a couple years ago when we were talking about Zippos. He wanted to buy a bunch of them. I can't remember what all I sold to him, but I know I sold him the. If you watched my Tristan video, he's one of the ones that got the. He's the one that got the nautical waves that I was talking about in the Tristan video. But I didn't even buy the nautical waves with Tristan. I bought that with my family. Let's see. We're getting a hi from Diamond Lightning. Hey, what's up? I yeah, for those of you who don't know, Diamond Lightning is actually Tristan's mom. So it's good to have you in the chat as well. Let's see. We've got Nick Carroll again confirming that Mr. ZippoFanatic is audible. So that is good news to hear. We've got Big John. Hello, all. What's up, Big John? We've got Diego Velos. Hey, PSCSCN. What's up? It's PSCSCN here. You know, back in the day when I was PSCSCN, and you say it PSCSCN. You don't say it as a word. It is the letters, which is confusing. So that's why I changed. We've got Darf. Hey, buddy. Hey, what's up, bro? And we finally got Alex Shirav. How to enter the giveaway. So the giveaway is going to be mainly hosted on ZippoFanatic's stream. So I'll go ahead and I'll paste the link to ZippoFanatic. I think I can paste links to other people's streams in my chat. Check this out. Make sure you're viewing this because that is how you're going to enter into the giveaway. He'll give us some details about that later on in his chat. I hope you guys can hear him, by the way. He's coming through my iPhone here. So we've just got him right there. And finally, Stumpless says, hey, Owen, hope you're doing well. Bro, I'm doing just fine. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you're doing well as well, bro. And yeah, that is my chat caught up, except that Alex is saying a few things about he says, thanks, bro. I guess he's saying thanks for the stream link. So there you go, ZippoFanatic, you got yourself a viewer. List my first and only. Oh, he lost his first and only Zippo viewers back. Dang, that stinks, bro. That's one thing about me though. Like I've never actually lost a Zippo. Actually, here's a story. The closest I've ever come to losing a Zippo, my old job had in the break room. It had a couch, and it was like by far the comfiest couch that I think I've ever used, period. And sometimes, like, like when I was on breaks or in between classes, because my work was in the the same building that I was taking classes in. I would actually go and take I would go in and take sometimes just go and lay down on the couch. And I had like two Zippos I had my copper Zippo on me with me once, and then like I left the building later that day and noticed I couldn't find the Zippo. And then I was like, well, shoot, that stinks. So I switched back to my high polished brass armor, which you saw in the Tristan video. And I noticed that when I left the building that day as well, I couldn't find it. And I was like, shoot, what's going on? And then like weeks later, it's probably like a month later, I actually like was like, you know what? I bet I know where the Zippos are. And I went into the break room and lifted up the couch cushions, and the Zippos were in the couch, which is just hilarious. They weren't even in my own couch; they're in the work. They're my work couch. So as weird as that is, so yeah, that was kind of fun. That's like the closest I've come to losing Zippos, but I was able to recover them. So that's about that's like that is like the one and only time I've ever actually quote unquote lost a Zippo. Let's see. Diego says we need an update on your collection. Yeah, I do intend eventually to do an updated Zippo collection video. I shot a Zippo collection update last year at the end of last year, but I really just did not like how it came out at all. And I could not bring myself to actually sit down and just edit it. I was just like, this is just, it just didn't come out good. So maybe this year I'll just do like a 3-year update like I usually do, except I don't normally do 3-year updates, but we'll see. I might just wind up catching up on that this year. We'll see though. I don't know, but I do want to do another updated collection video because my 2015 collection video actually did pretty well. So I'd like to do that. When I lived in Canada, from Alex, it was a good one with the Canadian flag. Oh shoot! So you had like a Canadian Zippo that you lost. Dang that. Yeah, that sucks. I bet that was a cool Zippo.
Ask him if it was the Niagara Falls made Zippo or the Bradford one they made later.
Yeah, was it the was it the yeah, was it the Bradford? Was it made in Bradford? Or was it made actually in Niagara Falls? So that's a good question from ZippoFanatic there. And that is my chat all caught up. If you wanna dive into yours a little bit, I'm actually about to have in honor of Tristan. This is called the Dragon's Milk. This was Tristan's favorite beer. It's kind of funny how he discovered this beer. Back when he worked at Food Lion, he would his manager would I don't know why, but his manager would let him take some of these home sometimes, and he would not stop raving on to me about how good this beer is. But it's weird because this is like a very expensive beer. You can only buy it in a 4-pack, and it costs like $14, 14 United States dollars for a 4-pack of these bottles, which each I think are like 12 ounces. So, but it is a very good beer. It is an 11%er, so I will be feeling pretty good after this. But in honor of Tristan, I'm gonna drink this on the stream, and I'm gonna drink it out of his out of the mug that he gave me. So let's go. It's all yours, ZippoFanatic. If you're there, you're kind of quiet. Not gonna lie. I guess did he go away? I don't even know what happened. Well, shoot. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I had to watch you for a second. You were talking, I didn't want to interrupt. But I wanted to make this part for what you're talking about. You're talking about how TMAN's little boss just like give him free stuff, right? So like that's just how fucking TMAN was, okay? Like he lived in his apartment near this like street that had like a bunch of little businesses on it. And they all wasn't allowed to, he wasn't old enough to buy cigarettes yet. The lady who worked at this smoke shop knew and would sell them to him anyways. And then she would give him like super crazy, amazing deals on smokes, like I think the Lucky Strike filter for like $8 a pack.
Yeah.
Like, give it to TMAN. TMAN only $2 a fucking pack for some reason. Like, so you can always just go there and get from there, and all this cigarette review videos, all those packs came from that store from that lady.
Dude. Yeah. he was a good, like, he could get a good deal if he wanted one. That's for sure.
He was just before everything happened, he was looking at getting a second job at this pizza place near his house. He didn't end up taking it because, like, I worked a pizza job my whole teenage life. I told him it sucks if you don't want to do it. But like, they would give him free pizza. Like, and he never worked there or anything. They were willing to give him a job too, just because he went there all the time. They'd give him free pizza. And the gas station he works at, he's been going there for years also. He lives right by it. And like, he'd go to the gas station, he knew everybody who worked there, and like, one person would give him free lighters all the time. One person would give him old cigars that were going stale for free. And like, this one girl would always let him take a puff. Whenever he was there, he'd always take a puff or whatever for free. I was just like, that's fucking funny, man.
Dude. That's so crazy, man. I can't even believe that. I know the pizza place you're talking about. He didn't tell me he was going to apply for the pizza place, but I bet you anything, considering where he lived, it was Carolina Pizza Co.
Yeah, you know what? I actually never got the name, but he said it was close to his apartment.
Yeah, I bet. I wish he took that because I think they had a bar there, and he probably could have gotten some bartending experience.
I don't know. He never mentioned anything about a bar or anything like that. He was at this time when he was thinking about applying at the pizza place, he was only getting like one shift a week at the restaurant there. That shitty restaurant.
Yeah. I've never been to that restaurant, but it's actually a nice steakhouse, but they kind of started doing him a little bit dirty there at the end, from what I understand.
Well, from what he told me about everything there, deals and this and that, actually sounds like a poor quality fucking steakhouse. Yeah. Who names their steakhouse fucking peddlers? That's the creepiest fucking thing. Like, what? Don't you want people to come in the fucking door? And TMAN said too, like, he was there for quite a few years at that steakhouse or whatever. And he said the last year he's never seen it this empty 24/7. Like, people have just basically stopped going, I guess.
What? Damn.
They'd always try to screw him around or whatever. So he was thinking about getting this pizza job, but then the gas station called the same day, better offer, more money, more hours. Because the pizza shop just wanted to use him for like dinner rushes to help out in the kitchen. And like, so I told him, I was like, man, I worked at a pizza shop my whole teenage years, and like when the dinner rush at a pizza place, man, like, it's so fucking hectic and it's really tough. But like, and he told me that like they were paying the bare minimum wage at the gas station.
Yeah. I feel that. I've never worked pizza, so I don't know much. I've only worked sandwiches. That's the most food I've actually done.
Yeah. You know, like where I live in New St. Marie is like heavily populated Italian. So like, there's a pizza place on every corner here, and I've worked at most of them when I was a kid. And like, I make pizza from scratch. Like, I make my own dough with fucking like yeast, like it takes hours and stuff. I make my own sauce, everything. I got secret recipes that I stole from every restaurant in town.
Really?
Yeah, and I make fucking amazing pizza. If I ever come to North Carolina, man, I will fucking make you a pizza like you wouldn't believe.
Yes. I am so down.
For like $25, I can make you like 8 pizzas, and you can just we'll eat one, and you can keep the other 7 in your freezer and cook them whenever you want.
Sick.
Yeah, dude, like, people don't realize you pay $20 for That's such a fucking ripoff, man. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
you got to think, if you're a tiny little pizza place, okay, and you sell 200 pizzas a day at $20 a pizza, like let's just make the math easy and even, and the entire pizza with overhead, workers, and fucking business supplies and shit costs you about $8 per pizza. That's like fucking 20 grand a month in pizzas.
Yep.
A day, and you got to think 200 pizzas a day is nothing.
Yeah, really.
Nothing. That's small. Like my little tiny ass town, like every pizza shop and every fucking corner sells that many fucking pizzas. Like it's unreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. that is a good point.
Flour, like the ingredients for a pizza is cheap. Like flour, tomato sauce, yeast. The most expensive ingredient on a pizza is the cheese.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Yeah, it would be because, yep.
But the thing is, like, that's why I can't stand when people like order double cheese because cheese is so fucking greasy, man. If you put too much cheese on a pizza, oh my god, it's just a drenching pool of grease.
People are saying you're hard to hear on my stream. Let's see.
Hard to hear on your stream.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Is everybody hearing Owen good on mine? I'm gonna bang off a few comments here actually quick because I don't have.
That should be it right there. Y'all, please let me know if you can hear him better.
Shady, hello everyone from Egypt. With love, much love, Shady. Glad to have you here again, buddy. Love from Canada and the United States. Caleb, you made her, buddy. My favorite Zippo got lost, but I got a new blade, so that's a silver lining. I don't know what that means. Oh, a new knife, I think you mean. And I'm sorry to hear about your Zippo you lost. I hope it was a cheap one. Doug Furry, or is that Fury? I can't tell. Wait, is Furry with 2 R's?
I believe so.
So it is Fury. Okay, Doug Fury, 99. He's ZippoFanatic. You rock, brother. Oh, thanks, man. Sounds good now. Okay, thank you, Dylan. Katie Cobra, got myself the neat little one-hitter recently. It's the corkscrew one. Oh, yes, the glass one, and you can just keep it packed, and if you don't hit it, it goes out, and you can hit it later. I do like those ones, but I broke every one I had, so I stopped buying them. I created a YouTube account just to take part in these live streams. Oh, yeah, man. Thanks, dude. It's funny to do that because, like, I did that for years on YouTube. I would watch YouTube videos all the time and live streams and stuff, and then they eventually made it, though, so, like, well, I didn't really, but, like, I eventually wanted to take part in the live streams and comment and things like that. I used to watch, like, MMA live streams. So I started an account just to be able to like videos and comment stuff like that, and that's what got me into YouTube. So I'm guessing that was the same thing for you. You just always watched for years, but now want to take part. Cool, Doug. Cool, man. Big John, last week's winner. Hey, doll, what's going on? I shipped that Zippo out the other day. Bought Zippo last year. Now I'm addicted to it. Planning to buy a new one, but they did increase the prices. Nice, Tara. What Zippo did you buy, and which one are you looking to get next? Arthron, my man, what's going on? I just arrived, and an update on the puppy. We returned him financial issues. Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, that sucks. Puppies are not cheap. Hard to find a vet right now, too. Every time you take out your Zippo, light your six is damn special. Friggin' right. Damn right. Terry, my man, I'm here listening. Have to take my father home for a quick that. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that about your father. I'm glad you're taking care of him, Terry. And don't worry, you should have time. We're not doing the draw right away, and you are one of the people in the draw. Actually, both people in this chat are our draw. I'll have to add Tara next one if she's still around by the next draw. I thought he said Bugs at first. No, we're talking about Mugsy, the big mug hustlers over here. That was great story, great story. And like me and it was funny because we didn't say it in the thing, but like when Owen was first telling me the story about it, like me and him came up with like our own little like comedy sketch about it. Oh, and it was so friggin' funny.
Yes. Oh my God, it would be great. I wish we should have just made that phone call immediately live.
I wish we had a clip because like I don't even remember what we said during that too. You know?
I don't know either. That's the freaking thing, man. I don't even know at this point.
The only thing I do remember is putting it as like how at the beginning of like action movies they're introduce all the characters and like what their specialty is. Right? Right. So like the T-Man's grandpa would have been like the brains of the boss. Owen would have been the fucking driver, and T-Man would have been the fucking the salesman, the fucking leg guy.
We were thinking about decorating that old Subaru.
Dude, that would have been sick, man.
Yeah,
Louis,
the silver Subi.
Quick hello, I'm at the baseball stadium watching a game. Good night, everyone. Oh, thanks for leaving a like, Luis, and being here and leaving a comment. T-Man's parents, haha, natural salesman. Yes, old soul. He really was. And I think it shined through everybody, and everybody got to see it. And I'm glad you guys are here. I went to a garage sale, and there was an older lady there, and no one wanted to buy any of her World War II stuff. And I bought a World War II surgery kit that was her dad's, and she said, thank you. Caleb, is she still selling that stuff? Can you go back there? I would love some fucking authentic American World War II stuff, man. It is so hard to find here in Canada. It is extremely hard because most Americans went home back to America. And Tara, mine taken away by friends. They ruin it by filling with some cheap ass fluid. But you know what? It's a Zippo you can repair by it as well. Thanks to you. Oh, thanks, Tara. And I just wanted to let you know, when I was younger, I filled a Zippo with kerosene lamp oil before. And it worked initially, but after it was all done, I could never get that cotton and wick to light again for some reason. The kerosene was just like too crude and dirty, and it jammed it all up on the inside. Just change the cotton and wick if they did that to your insert, and it should be good to go. Or if you live in America, just send that Zippo to the Zippo repair clinic, tell them your story in a note, and they will just replace the insert for you. Do you recommend buying off eBay due to all the fakes out there? Zippo collector, I just want to be 100% fair. There is tons of good Zippo sellers on eBay, and yes, there is a lot of fakes out there, but only certain ones are fake. And I'll tell you this right here: lots of good eBay sellers on eBay. Just make sure they live in America. They have all good reviews. Like I said, one of my favorite to order from is Garen, Boss Tactical, Sassy 420. If she's still selling Zippo, she was from California. She always had great quality stuff, good prices. But here's the Zippos you got to watch out for, okay? If you hear the 3 Zippos, in my opinion, you never buy off eBay right now. Don't buy anything that says it's a Vietnam Zippo. Just leave it alone. Don't even worry about it. Do not buy any of the 2003 coppers or the 2003 solid titaniums. I don't have it up anymore, but I deleted it. I will put it up another time, but there is this guy who lives in Vietnam where they're making all the fakes, and they have this like industrial laser engraver, and they're making all the popular fakes in Vietnam, selling them to their buddies, shipping them to their friends in America on the American eBay, because nobody really orders international eBay from like Asia and stuff like that because they're worried about fakes. So they know that. So what they do is they ship them to their friends that are probably Vietnamese that live in America, and they sell them from America on their eBay, so it looks legit. But you got to look very closely. Like, these things are almost a perfect match. Just little subtleties that are different. So I'd stay away from the solid titanium, solid coppers from 03, and any of the 70s, 60s ones that are supposed to be like limited edition and things like that, like hot ticket sellers from that items. There's not many, but there is a few, and especially Vietnam ones. Those ones are extremely heavy fake. Faybell, hello. Glad you are back. Diamond Lightning, yum. Tara, yo. Hi from Long Island. Oh, you're from Long Island. Nice, man. It's there. Working on an LED board. Also, funds for your Zippo lighter is getting funded. Oh, nice. Why? What Zippo lighter are you talking about funding? Cardar, hey, welcome back, man. I also seen him in the Zippo YouTube comments. Yeah, I can hear you both with fine sound quality. Okay, thanks, Shady. eBay is a good place to get Zippos. Just do some research on what you're looking at before you buy. Exactly. And another thing is, I want to say too, if you're looking for a specific Zippo, don't try to buy the Zippo that you specifically want on eBay because you're always going to overpay for it. Just buy the Zippos that come along to you. Who cares if you want it or need it or not? Don't try to focus on a certain Zippo you're looking for because you're always going to overpay because your natural instinct is, oh my God, I found it. I'm going to pay anything for it on eBay. Don't fall for that, especially if you live in the States. There's over 600 million Zippos sold since Zippo started as a company. Trust me, there are plenty for everyone. You can find all the old vintage ones you want. Don't get ripped off on those old ones. They're worth nothing. Zippos from the 50s and 60s, that is Zippo's best years they've ever done. There is so many Zippos from the 50s and 60s, and you're probably wondering why. Because all the lighter companies in America closed down during World War II. Zippo is one of the only ones that stayed open to provide lighters for the troops. They didn't even sell them to the public at the time during the war. And then in the 50s and 60s, guess what? All the other lighter companies were gone. Zippo reigned supreme. And the butane lighter wasn't invented till 1973. So for that 20 years, if you wanted a lighter anywhere you were in the world, you had a fucking Zippo or something close to it. So that's why those Zippos aren't as worth as much as people are selling them for. They're just fucking scam artists. Lisa, what is going on? Long time no see, girl. Glad to have you back. Hope you are doing well. You haven't been in the live streams or around the channel much. I hope you are well. And how is your Futurama custom? Diego, still in love with the 35, the ZippoFanatic. Yeah, I do love it, but I haven't used it in a long time. Right now, the only two lighters I'm actually using is my 1970s Niagara Falls customized right here and my new rose gold TMAN custom. I absolutely love that rose gold. It's basically the only thing I use every day. There's a long story behind it with me and T-Man, and I'll tell it later in the thing just because I want to fly through these comments so Owen can start talking a bit too. I feel like I'm be quiet. Thank you for your response, Zippo Lions Dan. Doing a few giveaways again. Yeah, doing a giveaway tonight. Very welcome, Zippo Collector. I've bought a lot of Zippo off eBay. I bought the satin chrome, now planning for high brass. Seems good. Oh, you're going to love the high polish brass. Just make sure you get it in armor. Only $20 on eBay. If you live in the States, a lot of times free shipping. I ordered another one off Zippo's website. Come on, MR Mailman. Yeah. Now, ordering on the website is always the best way to go, but you do kind of overpay a little bit. That's why I always go for eBay from respected sellers I trust. Thank you. Much appreciated. No time. That's why I stay away from eBay. Remember when I said I was mad at the fact I couldn't take a knife on the ship? Turns out my grandmother snuck one on board by mistake. It wasn't big, very small, but she gave it to me. Love my grandma. Yeah, grandma's fucking rock. That was nice. Have the coin stayed on with the JB Weld? Shunshine stayed and Mary, that's a good question. I've been leaving with this one every day. This is my everyday carry right now, and the JB Weld is holding on. But I just want to mention something too. I am not using just regular, normal JB Weld. I am actually using a variant of the JB Weld. It's meant specifically for hard steel. I guess the regular JB Weld isn't meant for hard steel. It's a different concoction. So the one I am using is for hard steel. And I just want to note, I had doubts about using JB Weld because years ago I tried to use JB Weld and it wouldn't hold and didn't work. And then I came across, but back then they only had one type of JB Weld that I knew of. And then I came across this newer advanced one. I thought I'd give it a try. I fixed a couple of my nephew's hinges like 3 years ago with it. I have a video on my other channel. And those Zippos have still all stayed together and broken, and my nephews are rough on there. So I think this JB Weld will be good, but I think epoxy would probably be better. If you do garage sales, ask if they have any Zippos for sale. Always. Hi from Tasmania. Nice, man. All the way from Tasmania. That's sick. Tasmanian Tiger. Lippy Guitar, where the fuck have you been? What's going on, Lippy? I emailed you too, and you never got back to me. That was 2 days ago. I am officially mad at you. All right, I caught up. Owen, let's get back to business here.
Let's go, man. Yeah, actually, a comment on the JB Weld. So I'm sure, I don't know how many of my viewers have been longtime viewers. But you may remember back in 2015, well, way back in 2010, I bought myself a Zippo engraving, a Dremel engraving tool. And I thought it was like I bought it and I was like, the whole thing was terrible because when I bought the Dremel, like the Dremel name, I associated that with like rotary tools. So I thought the Dremel engraving tool would be like a cheap substitute to like a high end Dremel rotary tool. So I bought it because I thought I could use it as a rotary tool. But it turns out it's basically like a vibrator on steroids. Like it's literally the same technology as like a vibrator, but like it really fast, and it has like a whatchamacallit on it, like a carbide steel tip that like etches.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made like a PCC SEN Zippo with that, like a customized Zippo. It turned out terribly. I mean, I still have it. It honestly looks terrible. And I thought it was cool. I kind of think it's cool, but it's not that cool. But people like made fun of me for making it because of like just how like horrible, and like it was just so, I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I should have practiced a little bit more maybe before actually officially trying to make something cool and then showing it off to people. But in 2015, I was like, I'm going to remedy that. I'm going to make myself like a custom Zippo, like the PCC SEN Zippo 2.0. So that's exactly what I did. I got out my epoxy resin and I made like the epoxy little badge thing, like a little epoxy version of my logo, and I was really proud of it. It's actually turned out really good. And I attached it to the Zippo with epoxy. And then the reason why this is relevant is because that thing was pretty cool. It was my EDC up until the day that I met Tristan, like in person, because I was showing it to Tristan at a coffee shop, and I pulled the insert out to like show him the insert date, I think. But when I pulled the insert out, I heard like an extra loud pop. And what actually happened was the the epoxy resin like completely failed. It just snapped right there.
Yeah, when you were pulling the insert out, it expanded.
It did. It expanded. It warped. Yeah. The epoxy flexed and snapped, and brittle plastic. So exactly. So I can definitely see JB Weld being a superior solution to that. If I ever get back into making like epoxy emblems for Zippos or something, that's definitely something I want to play around with myself.
But now let's not throw epoxy under the bus, because you might have not been using like a super good one. We're using a 2-stage enamel epoxy by chance?
I was using the stuff you can buy at like, I guess you have Walmarts in Canada, like just run of the mill,
Okay, see, and that might be the problem too, because I've never really had that much success with any of the Walmart epoxies. And on YouTube channels, I've noticed that everyone who does epoxy work gets the stuff you have to order.
Yep. And that's exactly what I want to get next.
And another thing too about your hand engraver, can you make adjustments on it to dial down the vibration, turn it up, slow it down?
Yeah, actually, I did have a little adjuster on it. I gave that to a buddy of mine because I thought he would get more. He was actually talking to me about like wanting to get into engraving, so I just literally gave it to him. But it had like a little knob that you could adjust the frequency.
Yeah, you probably just had to play with it too, because like brass is like really soft, so if it was turned up too high, like it'd be hard to keep a line or.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like a shaking thing, and I didn't know how to control it. So
yeah, like it wasn't a rotary.
Nope, I thought it'd be rotary. I knew how to do rotary.
Forward and back, right, in and out.
Say that again.
It would go in and out like a tattoo gun instead of
like a tattoo gun. That's exactly the better technology to use than what I used.
I'm not trying to nitpick or anything, but I think probably another place you went wrong was you were just holding the Zippo with your hand, right, while you were trying to engrave.
Oh, you know what? I'd have to go back and I actually have a video of me engraving a Zippo, and I need to go back and watch it because I definitely use the same technique for all of them.
Mm-hmm. Because if you're using like, it probably wasn't pneumatic, but like I call those pneumatic because the most popular ones are run on air. But if you're going to be engraving something as small as a Zippo and as light as a Zippo, it has to be held down completely still in place to use one of those back and forth engravers there.
Yes.
You probably noticed that too. And you can't actually make a curve with it. You have to turn the Zippo and keep the engraver still to make a curved line.
Ooh, that is interesting. That is an interesting little tidbit. I don't think I notice or knew.
Yeah, and like all the engraving videos I've watched online, I've never seen anyone do it by hand without one of these little clamps that hold whatever you're engraving in place and also spins around.
Yup. Yeah, if I ever get another one, I'll have to perfect my technique. I'm sure I'll get one whenever I have my own basement and I can actually make things like properly in a basement.
Bro, you want to save yourself a bunch of time and fucking headaches?
Yeah.
Skip all that and just do what I do, man. Just fucking etch them. It's so much fucking easier.
Yes. Yeah, your stuff is pretty. What you do seems like it's pretty cool and actually a pretty neat idea for like for making your own custom designs. Seems like you're making them in the same way that somebody would make a printed circuit board. You're masking off certain areas and then etching it off.
Yeah, like I use and like if actually this too, if you did want to practice actually too, if you got like some fucking scrap thing, it has to be chromed or something. It has to be metal that's been chromed. Basically a Zippo. If you got like a Walmart Zippo, cheap ass Zippo, junker, broken one, whatever, I'll send you some final prints on some Zippos I had already made. I always print off 2 copies in case I screw up.
Yeah.
Like I can send you them in the mail, the vinyl already ready to go and done, and then you can practice it at home. And if it's something you're interested in, I got that Cricut. It's the smallest model you can buy. It's called the Cricut Joy. I got it for fucking like you get them in America for $100. I paid more because I'm Canadian, but
wow, yeah, that's not bad.
It paid for itself. It paid for itself the first 2 months I had it, man. I was selling hats, fucking T-shirts, fucking Zippos, everything, man. Paid for itself right away.
Damn. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I might look into that because like it would be kind of fun to be able to make my own like random stuff.
Yeah, and then like you don't have to be good at drawing. You don't have to be good at holding an engraver perfectly still in your fucking hand for hours, like.
Right.
And then you get clean, crisp lines. You can put whatever the fuck you want on it. It's so fucking nice, man. And like, what the nice thing about it is too is the amount of projects you can do with this fucking thing. Like, you could take a piece of wood, print out a really nice picture or whatever you want to be on the wood. You put it on the wood, and then you put like a little ammonia and salt water where the picture's going to be on the wood. Take off the sticker. Grab like a fucking heat gun or a blowtorch, and it'll only burn where you put the ammonia and salt, and it'll burn a picture right into a piece of wood. You can make fucking coasters, rolling trays, artwork, picture frames.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. Like actually etching is a really good kind of easy hobby to get into. It's just, do you worry about fumes or like do you have to be away from it or do you have to have like good ventilation when you do it?
Barely anything, there's barely even any fumes.
Okay. So it's probably pretty self-contained when you do it.
It is. Now I do it with a fan blowing towards a window and I wear a mask or whatever just for safety reasons and I wear gloves. You're using to do the etching, you're using like vinegar and salt liquid, and as soon as that vinegar and salt liquid touches the chrome with electricity, the cotton ball, if you've ever seen one of my videos how I do it, the cotton ball you're using on the end of a piece of metal soaks up all the chrome. So there's like virtually no fumes at all.
Okay.
And if you hold it for too long, sometimes the vinegar will boil and that will create vapor, and it's nothing to be worried about.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, so if you're just using vinegar and salt and electricity, yeah, that's nothing.
Oh, dude, it's the fucking easiest thing, man.
Yeah, man, that sounds great. Sounds like a really neat hobby. I might just play around with it one day. Just like I don't even know what I do that's not Zippo, but I don't even know. Like I could do Zippos, I could do anything.
Bro, I've done knives, axe heads, fucking saws, people's like tools in their garage, like there was their grandpa's wrench from like the early
That's awesome.
But like I said, with the Cricut though, you don't even have to do just etching. There's so many applications, man. Like I said, you could be making T-shirts and hats for your fucking channel, and you could be making keychain, cards, wood things. You know how you could go to the dollar store and buy like canvas for painting, but like they already have it on a frame, a little wooden frame, and everything ready to go. Like, dude, you can just make print offs and fucking put it on there and make cool fucking artwork, spray paint it, and like, dude, it's endless possibilities once you get that fucking thing. Like, I love having.
Maybe I should get one of those. That sounds fun. Just like a good artistic outlet.
And the nice thing is too, I've been saving a lot of money over the past couple of years because now I don't buy people gifts for birthdays and Christmases anymore. I'll just make them something for free.
Exactly. And that means that is so much more meaningful. Like I know a family that does that. They're like pretty like, what's the word? I guess good at making things. So they always make, instead of buying each other something, they make each other something, and it's so cool stuff that they come up with.
Well, and you know what? And like, if you've ever gotten a gift from somebody that made it all by hand or whatever for you, like, you just feel like, oh my God, like this person took the time, made this by hand, you know what I mean, for me, with my thoughts in mind, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much better than like a cheap Hallmark card and a $20 shirt from Walmart, you know what I mean?
Dude, exactly. Yeah, no, that's a valid point. Like, handmade gifts are absolutely, oof.
And like, I know you don't have kids yet or anything, right? You're still pretty young. The time will change, but like your father, for instance, if you came up to him and you said, "Hey, Dad, I made this fucking cutting board with your name on it because I know you like to do shit in the kitchen or whatever," don't you think he'd like that a hell of a lot more than one you picked up for $30 from Walmart? You know, like,
dude, absolutely, yeah.
And
like, so much more meaningful.
Pride added to it, you know, like right. Wow, my son built that, you know.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's just, yeah, exactly. It's like, damn, he like used his skills, he used his artisanal abilities and produced this whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and like if it wasn't for the people in the chat and the subscribers to the channel, like I never would have got this good. The very first custom I ever made, okay, looked like it was like from the Stone Age. I put like filing marks all around the outside. I copper plated it. I tried to give it this wavy pattern I seen on a Japanese custom. And I was pretty proud of it. And I posted it on the Zippo Reddit, man. And everybody was fucking cutting me down, man.
Dude, that's exactly. I'm going to go get the Zippo that I was just talking about. I don't have it with me. I got to go get it. But I'll be right back from here again. I want to show it to you.
Yeah, I'll keep talking about the story I'm talking about. And like, but like, there was a few people that were like really encouraging that, like, and they weren't all my subscribers. They were on the Reddit page. And one of them was the guy who runs it, the Budweiser guy there, Buzz Lightyear or whatever his name is. Nice guy. And he's like, honestly, man, he's like, I think it's really cool that you're trying to do something different and you're trying to do your skills. He's like, I actually really like it. I think it's really nice. And that was a comment that kept me going. And then the very next custom I ever made, Zippo Daily Fix has it. There's a video of it. And it's not a Zippo. It's just a cheap Chinese one made out of steel, and it was the first thing I ever tried to stipple and things like that. And then Dylan's got my next one anyways. It's another steel one that I did with the Zippo Mafia skull. And then Buddy in Mississippi got the brass one I made. And then so if it wasn't for those, I never would have got any better. And like, yeah, my first 20 customs I ever made are probably shit. Garbage stuff, but like the people kept pushing me and being like, yeah, you know, they're not the greatest yet, but like I could really see what you're trying to do here, you know, just keep going. And then like now, like, you look at my customs, like, I'm not trying to, blow my own hole, but, like, I think from where I started to where I came in, like, fuck, these things are really good looking. I've really come a long way, man. And, like,
yeah,
there's just no customs like this on the entire internet,
It sounds like you have, and it looks like you've definitely come a long way from what I can visually see as well. Like, I don't know what your old ones look like, but visually from what I can see, I mean, you seem to have perfected it pretty freaking well. So this is the Dremel engraving experiment that I did. It's terrible. I even tried using the little built-in stencil it came with. Can you see my stream?
No, hold on. I'm trying to pull it up. 1 second.
Oh yeah, and all your viewers are gonna have to like come over here to see it.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I just gotta watch the ads. There's ads on your stream.
Is there an ad? Of course, there's an ad.
Okay, I see it now.
Yup.
Okay, what is that saying?
It's my old username, PAZZSTN.
Your old username?
Yep, like YouTube username. And then that was supposed to be like my URL, my youtube.com/PAZZSTN.
And what does that mean or stand for?
It stands for pizza science. I made it up in 3rd grade.
All right, dude, I love that.
Right? I was obsessed with pizza and science in 3rd grade. Yeah,
but
a little
but
bit.
Like, I'm looking at it, and I also just want to say too, like, it's actually not that bad for the first thing you've ever tried and never using an engraver in your life before.
Exactly.
And using it improperly the entire time.
Yeah, right? Dude, exactly.
That's funny, man.
And then the back. Actually, I'm kind of okay with the back. It's just that. So yeah, And then I gave it the crown. The crown stamp, of course. Trying to be all cool.
Yeah.
All of your viewers are like, what the hell is he talking about? They just got to come over to my stream and they'll see it. But
yeah, here, actually, you know what, too? I'll share your stream in the chat. I'm going to copy here.
Yeah,
I'm going to
cool.
hit mine. I see that I got a bunch of comments, too, so I'm going to pop those off super fast. I'm just going to just got to put the link to Owen's stream in the chat first.
Yeah.
Then link to Owen's stream. I'll pin that.
Hell yeah. We'll wait till we get some peeps who want to see it. My first ever miserable custom. Oh, God bless. God bless America.
Yeah, God bless, man. Like, dude, and that's the one thing I fucking miss too, man. I miss how fucking cheap Zippos used to be only 4 fucking years ago, man. Like,
yeah, right. This is only $10. I think you can still get them at Walmart for like maybe $12, but like, yeah, $9.97. That was the OG price of the Walmart Zippo. Holy cow.
like, I've talked about it on stream before, and some people already know it, but I'll say it again. Like, fucking, before Trump ruined the whole NAFTA deal with Canada, like, I was getting vintage looks delivered to my door for $8 and 41 replicas for $12. Like, just cheap ass fucking prices, free shipping from America. Like, people don't realize, because most of you probably aren't Canadian, you're mostly probably American, but like, before this happened in 2018, I was able to get anything I want from eBay America. As long as I spent $20 or more, I would get free shipping over the border, everything. Now, if I were to buy a dollar store item for $1, doesn't matter the size of the package or anything, on eBay from America, I would have to pay a minimum $25 to $30 shipping for that fucking item. It's, so like, I could still get cheap Zippos, but like, the only way to make it worthwhile is to order 5 or 10. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's crazy because we even share the same land. I've always never been able to understand that. Like we share the same literal land. It's like, what the hell? It should not be that much.
Well, it never friggin' used to be until that fucking deal, because for 30 years or 20 some years, Canada and America always had this free trade deal, like over the border, right? Just to keep things always shipping and cheap and things like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is crazy, but because I once shipped the most I've ever spent on shipping was when I shipped a Zippo to the UK. I think one of my viewers won one of my giveaways. He lived in the UK, so I had to spend like the Zippo itself was $40. It was an armor. It was actually the Dragon's Eye armor that I have, and then the shipping itself was like 80, like another like $80. So I was like, holy cow, that's like twice as much as the actually already expensive Zippo.
Holy fuck, $80 to ship to the fucking UK?
I think so. It could have been that. It might have been 40 actually, but it was a lot. It was at least as much as a Zippo, which was like already absurd.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like, that's why, like, when I was doing giveaways on the old channel and shit like that, like, North America only, man. I'm not spending $50, $60 to send you a $5, $10 Zippo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a rich man. I can't afford it. Like,
yeah. that was the thing. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll be worldwide. I don't want to discriminate. But then there was like that much money. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot. And you got to think, like, I was shipping out 5 to 10 Zippos a month, man. Like, I spent thousands on shipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the last few I sent out, like Big John won the Dominican Republic Zippo last weekend, and I shipped it to him, no tracking, envelope size, fit in the mail slot, and no matter what I did the cheapest shipping I could get. It was still $11 and something just to ship it to him like that. And then I shipped yours the exact same way too. Like my bill came to $20 some to ship 2 packages to the States with no shipping.
Holy crap.
I'd be able to send a package like that to the States for $5.
That's insane. And it makes sense.
No tracking, no shipping, and it fits in a mail slot. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you get bigger, like a centimeter thicker than a Zippo, it no longer fits in a mail slot, and you have to pay premium.
Yeah, that's insane. That is literally insane. I can't believe that. Ugh.
You know, it was a funny story too. I'm sitting here looking at the Zippo I made for TMAN, and like this is probably my favorite Zippo in the collection, just because like this was supposed to go to TMAN. Like I was shipping it to him very soon. I just had to make him the other one that I had already made and shipped to Owen. I figured he deserved it. And the story behind the Zippo, when I made this, only the true live streamers know this story. But like when the Ukraine war first broke out at the beginning of the year, TMAN was honestly going to go sign up and volunteer.
Yes, he was.
To go fight over there. I had to talk him out of it for 3 fucking nights. Like he was dead set on it. He was dead set on it. Finally talked him out of it, and he finally listened, and he finally didn't go. And then when I was making my final 10 customs ever, I had TMAN in mind for this one. And so anybody who's seen the short that I originally posted with this Zippo, Civil War is playing. That song, Civil War. I don't need your Civil War. I was making that for TMAN. And this whole thing was inspired by TMAN. He absolutely loved the Zippo. I wish he just would have got to touch it. But it's my favorite Zippo now because how bad he really wanted this thing and how excited he was to get it. And he's seen every inch of it and he knew the whole story behind it. So I feel like even though he never physically touched it, he's still attached to it and he knows about it because he loved it so much.
God, yeah, no, I remember it. I remember he was so dead set on it, and then like one day he called me and was like, "Oh, and I've changed my mind. I'm not going to Ukraine anymore." I don't know. I didn't know that you're the one that talked him out of it. He just like, "Yeah, I'm not going to go anymore." I can't remember his reasoning why, but it was.
Bro,
like,
it was so hard to talk him out of it, actually. And like, I never actually talked him out of it. I actually sent him a video. And he watched it, and after he watched that video, he said, "Fuck that, I'm not going." And what it was a video of like British soldiers, American soldiers, and Canadian soldiers that had all volunteered to go over there, and they were being interviewed, and they had all said the same thing. If you guys are ex-military from your country, don't come here expecting it to be run the same way your military is being run. Everything is very unorganized here. There's people all over. Nobody speaks English, so it's hard to communicate with the other Ukrainian soldiers, and it's all disorganized. And then he's seen that like they were, you had to bring your own gun and your own vest, and like if once you came in, they weren't letting like some of these volunteer soldiers out of the country after they had to sneak out through one of the bordering countries. And once he seen that video, he decided not to go because he thought it was like an American military thing, you know?
Yeah, man. I can't believe that.
But I also just want to throw in there too, I'm not trashing Ukraine and the military and what they're doing. I support them. Fuck Russia. What they're doing is evil. And I just want to say they have gotten their shit together now. This was at the very beginning of the breakout. Russia was blitzkrieging all over Kiev and all their territories. They didn't know what to do. They were in shambles. They have now organized to become better. But at the time, that's how it was. And I just want to tell the story truthfully and let you know how I also feel too.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. Yeah. Jeez. Good grief. Yeah, he was one of those people, like if he had his mindset on something, he would typically try to, I guess, kind of go for it. So good job on you for
Yeah, he was a true patriot, that's for sure. He believed in freedom.
Absolutely. Yeah, he really did. Yeah. Just trying to think if I have any other Tristan stories to tell. I don't know, man. There's so many. There's one time. Here's a good one. So, because you mentioned yesterday when I was on the phone with ZippoFanatic, he mentioned like Smoky Mountain Knife Works. The first time I went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I actually was pretty new to driving. I'd only had my license. I think I got my license that year. I started driving at the age of 23. I started a little bit later in life than normal because most people in the United States start at 16 with their learner's permit and then when they're 18, they get their driver's license. But I got my license at 23. But we went on the way to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, there was this like truck that we were driving down this interstate, and there's this big semi next to us that I can't remember what it did. I think luckily I think what happened was like Tristan noticed that the truck was starting to merge, and for some reason I didn't notice. So he was like, "Dude, it's like get out of the way of it." And I was like, "Oh God." So I got out of the way of it, and it kind of freaked me out. So I floored the gas pedal and got us that's like the one and only time trying to pass that long truck that I've ever gotten a car above 100 miles an hour. Just trying to get away from that stupid truck. It was probably like one of the craziest things I've done like while driving, but yeah, like Tristan and I would always laugh about it like in the future. Like I can't believe we did like 100 miles trying to get away from that truck. It was like insane, man. So,
last New Year's Eve, TMAN didn't go out. I didn't go out.
we had a live stream, but then we ended it.
Yeah.
And we were talking on the phone, FaceTiming all night, like 2, 3 in the morning. All he hears is this big boom. He looks outside, he can't see anything, doesn't think anything of it. But half hour later, man, all you could see is like lights. Like, and we're FaceTiming, and he's outside in the dark, so I could see all these lights flashing. And it turned out some girl was coming home from a party drunk. She almost made it to her house, and she crashed and died right there while we were talking. And we didn't have any idea. We never found that out actually until the next day.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was crazy. Yeah, he texted me about that. I was like, dude, what? He was saying that like he was saying like his house almost got destroyed or something. Like he was like making it like, oh, she almost crashed into our house or something. But
yeah, dude, it was close. Like where the hell was it? It's not where he lived now.
It would be Wilkesboro.
With his
yeah.
Yeah, because they live a little bit more in the country, right?
Yeah, Wilkesboro is kind of this weird, like small soup. It's a town, I guess.
He was sitting outside. It was nice out, and he was smoking. He was sitting outside on their porch. I've seen many of his videos he filmed from that porch. And then over his shoulder behind him is the main road. And the girl, I can't remember exactly, but the girl, I think she lived across the street and like a few doors down or whatever. But the thing was, there's ditches there.
Mm-hmm.
So like she had went through and went into the ditch, and we couldn't see the headlights or the car or anything like that.
Wow. God. But you kind of witnessed it audibly.
Yeah, we actually really only heard it, yeah. And then TMAN didn't actually even realize anything was wrong until all the emergency equipment started showing up.
Oh, God. I can just see him talking to you at that porch, and then you see the lights behind him. You're like, Tristan, what's going on behind you?
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's bruh, that is funny.
Yeah, remember when Tristan's profile picture used to be Dale Gribble?
I think so.
Dude, that's what it was for years. You don't remember that? It was just Dale Gribble in that like black uniform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rusty Shackelford, he loved it. I gotta go grab the gumballs. You just read off maybe your chat for a minute or whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I can read off my chat.
We'll do the draw in a little bit.
All right, go get your gumballs, mate. I'll talk. I got a couple chats that popped off in here. Where did I leave off even anyway? So I believe I left off with Alex talking about his Canadian Zippo. And he did answer that earlier in the chat when he was mentioning his Canadian Zippo. ZippoFanatic actually asked if it was a Niagara Falls based Zippo or a Bradford, Pennsylvania based Zippo. As it turns out, it was a Niagara Falls Zippo. So he's not here to hear that, but for those of you on his channel who are wondering, yeah, it was the Niagara Falls Canadian Zippo that he wound up losing. And then when I poured my Dragon's Milk, which you can see I've been definitely milking, this is a very heavy beer. He cheersed me, so I did cheers to my stream as well, actually. So that's that. And then let's see, Big John, I guess, yeah, when I finished my chat, ZippoFanatic went silent, so he was mentioning that ZippoFanatic must be away. Cheers to Tristan. Yes, cheers to Tristan. Let's see. And then we got love from Uruguay. Well, love from America, Alex. Nice to have you here. It's good to have a diverse community of people here. Let's let's see. Then one of my buddies mentioned he was going to pop off. One of my former coworkers. So I actually messaged him like in the chat. I was like, yeah, please, like, hit me up, catch up with me. Yo, man, you need to try mezcal. I don't even know what mezcal is. Luis Tapia. Do you know it? I don't know. I do not know like what that is. Actually, I don't even know what that's referring to. And then we've got Tara saying, hey. Well, hey, Tara. Nice to have you in the chat. Nice to have you in the stream. Nice to see you. I think he came from ZippoFanatic when he linked me, so it's good to have you here. Nice to have you on the channel. That's a unique pizza, Zippo Owen. You're making me hungry, guys. We talking about all this pizza. Yeah, my old username PZZSCN. This is my first ever custom. We were talking about our first customs. It's terrible, but like, you know, it's just a little Zippo engraving that I did. It isn't whatever. But yeah, PZZSCN stands for Pizza Science. So in case you've ever wondered, back when I was a PZZSCN, that is what that meant. That was what that stood for, was Pizza Science. Let's see. Hey man, sorry to hear about your friend from Henry. Thank you, Henry. And I recognize you from my channel. It's good to have you on the stream. Did not know it was going live. I would have probably made a video announcing it was going live, so more of my viewers would be here. But thank you, Henry. I really appreciate that and your sentiment. We all deeply miss Tristan. And we've got, let's see here. We've got Arthron Ofer. He's like, and I'm here now. Greetings from ZippoFanatic77 chat. Nice to have you here, man. Great to have you here. Nice to have some ZippoFanatic peeps here. Hey, popped over from the other stream from Ron Z. Yep. Thanks again. Try some Trooper Sun and Steel. It's a sake lager beer. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Actually, I've got that logged on my chat. I'll make sure to look for that actually here. I'll plug that into my Untapped and see if I can find it anywhere nearby, and I'll think about you when I have it. Yeah, I got you from there. I'm kind of new fan of Zippo. That's awesome, Tara. It's good to have a new fan of Zippo. And like we don't have a lot of female Zippo fans, so that's really, really cool.
Yeah, 11% of my subscribers are female.
Really?
Yeah.
Bruh, that's awesome.
So how many female subscribers is that? 11% of 2,600. What would that be? That'd be like.
Wait, what'd you say it is? 11%? Let's just round down to 10% and say 260. Which is a low ball because we rounded down. But there you go. It's more than 260.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy though? Like I have more female subscribers on this channel. My main channel was always 3%.
Really? I definitely have mostly male on here. I don't even know what my ratio is, but I'd have to check it out and see. That's crazy. That's actually really cool. Like, because I've always never really thought of Zippo as being like I've met two girls in person. Like I had a Zippo on me and they'd be like, oh, I like Zippos too, you know, and like, so 2 girls only ever.
Well, you know what's funny? Me and T-Man have talked about it quite a few times because this actually happened to him, you know, in a lighthouse he was. A lot of older girls, like if you run into a girl that's the age of 40 and older, like this has happened to me so many times I couldn't tell you an honest number, but like so many damn times when they see I have a Zippo, the first thing every older woman always says out of her mouth is, oh my God, that reminds me of my father. Oh my God. The smell reminds me of my dad because like.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yep.
Everybody used a Zippo back then, right? Nobody used butane lighters. And like in my own family, like my mom would fill up my grandpa's Zippo for him all the time. Like all the time. She'd fill it up for him because after work he'd be sitting there, he'd be having his coffee, reading his newspaper. He's worked hard back then, you know.
That's crazy.
Zippo Zippo would run out, she'd fill it up for him, and she'd do it for my dad's father too, right? And it's so weird because like I've yet to meet a woman in her 40s or 50s that didn't say anything about it. Like every single time, like clockwork, reminds me of my dad.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say my mom is one, but actually no. My mom's dad, my mom's like parents and like her she does have. There are Zippos in her family, but we think they got rid of them because they don't know where they are. So that's kind of unfortunate because it'd be really cool to have those.
But the thing was though, like back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, people really weren't collecting them.
Mm-hmm. No.
People didn't think of them as like collectible. You know what I mean? Like
Zippo started the Click Club, and I bet that's what really got the collecting thing going. I don't know. You think?
Well, because like in the 50s and 60s, they didn't really make like collectible Zippos, limited edition Zippos. Like all the rare Zippos from those decades are either prototypes that didn't get made. People ordered them for their business. The celebrities did, like everyone's known the John Wayne or whatever, right? Like there's no like really actual collectible ones from that time, low production ones or whatever. So like that's why those ones always fetch. Like a prototype Zippo, like there's this moon landing one with like Buzz Aldrin on the front from the 70s, worth a fucking ton because they never actually used it. They made about 10, didn't like the image, and actually changed the image.
Oh, there you go.
And then there's like this moon landing one where the prototype's in black and white, but the one that they mass produced is in color. So the black and white one's extremely hard, worth a lot of money, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, back in the 80s when I was growing up, man, like nobody ever sent their Zippo back in for repair, like absolutely ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it made sense because like if you lived in Canada and your Zippo broke, it would cost you $5 or $7 or whatever it was to ship it to Zippo to get it fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could go to any corner store or gas station, buy a cheap Chinese knockoff for $1, pull the insert out, and slap it in your Zippo.
Dang.
And you know, you wouldn't have to wait weeks in the mail to get it back. You wouldn't have to spend more money on the shipping, right? You could just buy the cheapo, the inserts fit. Like, I don't know about in the States, but like in Canada, every time I buy a vintage Zippo or I find one at a pawn shop or garage sale or whatever, like 7 out of 10 times, like I shit you not, they all have those fucking fake cheapo inserts in them because that's what people did around here. If their insert broke, that was usually the first thing to go. Mm-hmm. If the insert broke in some way, they just replaced it with one of the cheap ones. It was the option. Yep. So, like, for my Niagara Falls collection, it took me so many damn years to get Niagara Falls inserts into all my Niagara Falls Zippos. Like, oh, dude, fucking pain in the ass. But I hit a jackpot one day at work, man. There was this old guy working there, and he seen me using the Zippo, and he loved the fact that I loved my Zippos. And he was like, you know what? He's like, I got a bunch of old ones in a box. He's like, you can have them if you want. And he's like, and most of them were actually broken and everything like that. But I had gotten so many Niagara Falls inserts from this guy because, like, what was in them was a bunch of Niagara Falls inserts, broken ones, empty ones, like no cotton or wick in them or anything. And like I fixed them all up. I managed to get them in. It was pretty sweet.
Nice,
and
dude. Nice.
Another common thing to get here in Canada is a Bradford stamped Zippo on the bottom, but a Niagara Falls insert inside of it. Because the factory here in Niagara Falls, for the longest time, weren't doing their own engravings, weren't doing mats, weren't doing like certain things.
Yeah, I can see how that would be. Yeah.
So like if you bought like a Scrimshaw or a Matt Zippo from the 80s or 90s, you would buy it from the Niagara Falls plant here, but it would be stamped Bradford because they couldn't do that here.
Yep.
They couldn't do the mat or the special things to it, right? So,
Yeah,
but they still slap a Niagara Falls insert in it, though. Very common.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I never actually thought about that. That does make sense to me. I'm gonna get through the rest of my chat, and then you can get through the rest of your chat, and then we can do the giveaway. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, brother. I'll fly through your chat.
All right, I will fly through it. What is my most valuable Zippo? Coming from Doug Fury 99. Oh God, what would that? Is it? Well, I actually don't know. Most valuable one to me would be I have a Smoky Mountain Knife Works Zippo that I got with my 2013 graduating class retreat. That one's just pretty cool because it was just the last time that was the first time I've been to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and the last time I've seen a bunch of those people. But now obviously Smoky Mountain Knife Works is a very special place to me because the only ever times I went there, I mean, minus one time with my family, but the only other times I've been there was with Tristan. So it's really cool to have one of those Smoky Mountain Knife Works Zippos. And I actually forgot that he has a Smoky Mountain Knife Works Zippo of the same exact type. So, yep, personally to me, that would be my most valuable one. But I think my most actual valuable one, probably last year's collectible of the year. I don't actually know. I gotta be honest with you. I do not know the answer to that question. I'd have to really go through and look and see which one that actually is. So yeah, but my most personal valuable one is, I've always said it's Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive Zippo, and now it really is because of obviously Mr. TMAN. Let's see what's next. Arthron of Fire FR3 is Leet Speak. Let's see, we got Shady EL Gazaway. About my EDC most of the time. Oh, this is in relation to the poll that I made, which I guess I'll have to announce the poll results here soon. About my EDC, most of the time they're armor tumbled brass with yellow flame insert and 41 brushed chrome with single torch insert. And I bought the armor tumbled brass one after watching the T-Man video about it. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that T-Man inspired you to buy the Zippo that you value and carry around with you all the time. That's really cool because that means you can think about them every time you pick it up. Mine is personally still my brass armor that I bought 10 years ago. I love that thing. I think that's just always it. I got a pipe lighter that I need to make a video about that I've carried a couple of times.
Can I just add something in about your brass armor?
Yeah.
I've mentioned this on live stream before, but when I very first started my YouTube channel, T-Man and Owen were some of the first people to actually comment on any of my videos. And the very first comment Owen said was like, "Hey, really nice brass Zippo armor. You're gonna love it because I just got it. I didn't know anything about it." And he also commented, "Great videos. I can't wait to see more." And then I didn't see it because I didn't know how to use YouTube. I didn't see it for a long time. And then by the time I did see it, I had polished my first Zippo that had tarnished. And Owen had commented on that video, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that looks really nice because mine's tarnished. It looks nice, all brand new again and shit like that." I didn't know Owen from a hole in the ground, and I was like, "Well, send it to me and I'll polish it for you and send it back or whatever." I got no response, and then I thought to myself, I was like, he's probably like, "Who the fuck is this guy asking me to send him my fucking armor?"
I don't know if I remember you responding. I don't remember you. I vaguely remember commenting that, but I don't remember actually seeing you respond to that. That's wow. I am notoriously getting worse and worse though at my YouTube community, which I am so sorry about. I see comments come in and I'm like, I'll get to that eventually. I just never do, dude. Work has just kind of been my main focus these days, and it's kind of killing me. But
I don't blame you, man. Like, I get fucking like almost 100 comments a day on my videos. You know how hard it is to keep up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I was such a loser in life, like, I wouldn't respond to any of them. But I take like an hour, 2 hours, like after dinner at nighttime when I'm just relaxing, watching some videos or whatever. And every night I take the time to fucking respond to all the comments. But it pays off in the long run too, because like on really big channels, like most of the time you won't comment because the channel operator won't love your comment, won't respond to it, won't even like it, won't even acknowledge it, right? So like when you find a smaller channel where you get that one-on-one interaction, it really helps, man. It really helps people build. And like you could see if someone subscribes to your channel or not. And like most of the time people will comment and then they won't subscribe to my channel, but once I have a little conversation with them, they subscribe after. Like, oh, I like this guy, he gets back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I do need to get better at that. I always am like, yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying something.
Oh no, actually, I'm gonna say something. Can someone in the chat do me a favor? Owen has never turned on super chats in his live stream before, and we don't know if they're working. Can someone just go over and like super chat $1 on a stream just to see if it works or something?
Oh my gosh. Y'all don't have to do that if you don't want, but
well, it's $1. You won't even see most of it anyways. Like, but like we want to try it out because like nothing's set in stone yet. But me and T-Man were planning. You guys all probably know. You probably all seen the comments and read the videos. Me and T-Man were planning to do a bunch of giveaways on his channel for him and things like that. And like nothing's set in stone with me and Owen yet. We're still thinking about it and planning. But like we might want to do some giveaways on his channel too, right? And I just also want everyone to know in the chat, T-Man's birthday is coming up December 6th. I will not have a Zippo for giveaway next Friday, but I am doing a special Zippo for T-Man's birthday on December 6th. I believe it falls on a Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a Tuesday. We noticed that yesterday. It's actually Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, it is Tuesday. So on December 6th, Tuesday, I will be doing another giveaway for T-Man's birthday, and I'm going to be doing one every single year on his birthday for the rest of my life. I'm going to give away a custom free every T-Man's birthday to honor him. I'm giving away a lot right now because it's still all fresh and we just love him, and I think he would love this and watch it from heaven, enjoying the shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
But in the new year, you know, don't be upset. The giveaways are going to slow down, and like, but unless like people, like, if you want the giveaways to continue all the time and try to have one every weekend, send me your fucking junk chromes and your 2012 fucking chrome Zippos, whatever state it's in. Keep the insert. Don't send me the insert. Don't send me a box. If you donate some Zippos, I'll gladly do the work to them and donate them. And I have 6 Zippo designs of T-Man. He had designed 6 Zippos he wanted done before he passed. And one of them I made, this was going to be his, like, one of his favorite ones. I already made it for Owen, and it's on the way to him right now in the mail. And this is one that he completely designed and completely loved. The one image on it was actually supposed to be his new logo and on every custom he made. But I only have so many customs that T-Man actually designed himself, so I don't want to give them all away right away. And tell me what you guys think in the chat. What I also want to do, because the Zippo has 2 sides, so he came up with what he wanted on each side to spread his customs out a little farther. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever he wanted on each side and make them 2 separate Zippos. So that way we could really keep T-Man's custom designs moving along.
Yes.
And like you guys probably remember from previous live streams, like I didn't even want to do these giveaways anymore or whatever. But like For fucking TMAN, I just love that kid, man. Like, you don't know the hours and hours of conversations we had with that kid for years. Just what a fucking lovable guy, man. Like,
seriously, he was one of my best friends. Also, I just want to go ahead and thank Lisa Antica for the super chat. We have confirmed that it works, and you didn't have to do it, but I appreciate you sending that. Yep.
oh, Lisa did super chat. Nice.
What?
Fucking Lisa, you rock, girl.
Hell yeah. Seriously, thank you though. Again, nobody had to do that. I wasn't expecting anything, but just the fact that even one came through was really cool. So thank you so much, Lisa. Let me see here. Where did I leave off? Okay, I left off with Doug Fury asking about my most valuable Zippo. Anthron of Fire Elite Speed. Oh no, I think I actually left off with Shady. He was talking about his tumbled brass EDC. So now,
yes, but I interrupted. Sorry.
Yeah, no, dude, absolutely fine. That's how this is supposed to go. Let's see. Arthron on Fire came back and said you almost had it. You almost had it at the first time one. Oh, I think he was trying to correct my math with your female ratio subscribers.
Oh,
yeah. He said it's actually 132. I guess he has a calculator with him, so I don't know if we should. I guess we can trust him. I don't know, man.
Well, easy to think, right? 11% of 1,000 would be.
Yeah, I was thinking because I thought you said he had 2,600, so I was just taking 10% of 2,600.
Yeah, it should be 260, right?
I think so. That's what it should be because I just moved the decimal to the left one.
But like, see, and that's so weird for me too because like it doesn't seem like there's that many females subscribed to my channel. Like, I have 6 girls that regularly comment in the live chats, like Lisa, Ventress. Oh my god, I'm gonna look like an asshole now. I can't remember the only 6 girls that fucking comment.
Right.
There's Lisa, Ventress. Sweet little Aki. She loves Spectrum Zippos. So she's a regular.
Hell yeah, I love Spectrum Zippos too. They're so cool.
And there was this girl that used from my old channel that used to join all the live streams. I used to have my Instagram up. I don't have it anymore or whatever, but I used to have my Instagram up. And I guess she doesn't speak English too good, but she came into my chat and she was typing my Instagram name into the chat and saying El Guapo, El Guapo. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then like my buddy Jose from like I think he's from Brazil or something. He's like, she's calling you handsome, bro.
No way. Dude, my ratio's got you beat. I've got 14.8%.
Female?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. That's fucking good.
But my most popular video is a Rubik's Cube video, and girls do be liking the Rubik's Cubes. So, I don't know.
I'm going to butt in. You know where I think you got most of your female viewers?
Where?
How to clean a fan.
Yes, how to clean a fan. That's it, man. Because they know I keep my fan clean. I bet that's important to girls.
It is. It's very important.
I'll have to save that for another day. I do not understand how to clean a fan is as popular as it is. We'll have to save that for another day, though. Oh my God, that's a whole thing in and of itself.
Well, it makes sense why it's popular. Have you ever used a fan in your house? Like, they get dusty fast.
Yeah, I've got one running right now. It's probably pretty dusty right now.
Yeah, that blade really fucking catches it, man.
Dude, yeah.
You still got more comments on there? Or did you catch up?
Oh, I've got some more comments on my chat that I was going to get through.
All right, get through.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm just going to try to blaze through these.
Before you go, let's ask Ramsey. How do you know TMAN, Ramsey? You said you knew him personally. If you can retort on that a little bit.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. While he's typing that, I'm actually on a Ramsey comment right now. Tristan was the best kid. Never seemed to sleep, though. Haha, always doing something, making a video. I'll miss you a lot. Yeah, no, I mean, you're absolutely right. He was always like making all these. Tristan's funny. He made videos about Zippos. He made videos about lanterns. He made videos about his cars, and I don't know if you know this, ZippoFanatic, but he randomly got into hair products at one point. Did you see him during his hair product days?
No, dude. I was going through his videos. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, he got into hair products at one point. It was mostly like pomades.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. No, I did see that, and we did talk about it actually. And I had brought it up. I had brought it up in a live stream one time. I was talking about back in the day they didn't have hair gel. This is what they used.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's what I use all the time." Blah blah. And I had one of my grandpa's old tins, and I was showing him, and they just because he was old school. Like I loved his vintage clothes thing he was doing, man.
Yes. Yeah. Yep, dude.
And like he knew how to put them together. Like he always looked so sharp wearing those vintage clothes, like so sharp, man. It was like good style, good dress, you know. Like
I have a shirt very similar to the shirt that he wore in my in the videos that we did together, and I need to start wearing that more, just because it might even be like the same shirt. It's it's very similar. It's very like thick, high quality material, and it's the same exact style of shirt. I need to start wearing that just to wear it.
Yeah, like isn't it crazy how good quality like vintage clothes like used to be? Like
yeah, seriously.
Like all my grandfather's clothes, man. Like he had all the same clothes from the 50s. My grandfather was so cheap he refused to ever buy new clothes, right? So like when he died, like 8 years later in the fucking late 90s or whatever, early thousands, whatever it was, like I couldn't believe how impressive like all these fucking clothes were still in. Like I had gotten some of his boxers, like his boxer briefs, and like they haven't made this style of boxer briefs since like the fucking 60s or whatever, right?
Right.
And he was a little bit fatter of a guy because he liked to eat or whatever. And like the elastic waistband was still perfect, just as tight as like a brand new pair of Hanes. And like if I wear a brand new pair of underwear now for a couple months, the elastic's gone. Like what happened to the quality?
Seriously. Jeez. Yeah, no, that's true, man.
And like if I get into a fight with somebody and they pull on my sweater, like my sweater will rip down the middle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Old fucking clothes, you can't fucking do that, man.
Nope. You can't. Not even close. All right. Let's see here. We're back to Arthron. He was saying also finally getting to prepare ahead of time for something major. Let's just say finally crossing the Atlantic Ocean and get a taste of the old world and Iron Maiden, and especially since I wasn't able to get to Tampa Bay on October 27th for the last show of the year. What show are you talking about? Did you mention a show earlier?
I think about Iron Maiden's last tour.
Oh, okay. Iron Maiden. Yes. The band. Okay. Yep. Dude, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually awesome. So that's congrats on that, because like concerts for like big bands and things are so much fun. I recently saw Stevie Nicks live, and that was just incredible. Like,
bro, like I know people or whatever my rag on or whatever. I fucking love Stevie Nicks, man.
Dude,
like
Stevie Nicks is so cool.
Boy, so original, and like she's been out since the 70s, and there's still nobody that like sounds like her.
The songs are still fire.
And like the best part was she was like dating or married to the guy in that band, and like they were writing songs bashing each other, and performing them together, and like they were #1 hits. Like that's the most craziest like relationship, man. Like
what's the band? I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, she was here in North Carolina. She was in Charlotte just a few, 3 weeks ago. It was so cool. It was such a cool experience.
And like Stevie Nicks songs stand out like an Adele song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the main reason why is because they both write their own songs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you ever notice like a female artist that writes her own songs is always just way better than the rest and the manufactured. Like, I don't like Taylor Swift, but look at Taylor Swift. She writes all her own songs too.
Yeah, exactly.
But who I feel is like super, super underrated, doesn't get enough credit, is this. I don't know. I think maybe she's from New Zealand or something. I don't remember where she's from. But have you ever heard of Sia?
Who?
Sia. She sings that Chandelier song.
I don't know if I've heard of her.
She always wore that mask, and like half her hair was blonde and the other half was black.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, like before she ever became famous, she was already like a multi-millionaire because she wrote #1 hits for like all the biggest artists. She wrote #1 hits for Beyonce, Rihanna.
Right.
Like, you know that Shine Bright Like a Diamond song? That was her song.
Huh. Okay. That's cool.
And then her very first album she ever put out, every song on that album went #1. And the whole album was songs that she wrote for other artists that rejected them.
What? No shit.
Yeah.
That's actually I want to listen to that.
Yeah, dude. Like she's got such an original voice. I just love her voice because like it's like an indie singer and she's got these like perfect breaks and falsettos and cracks in her voice. She's just amazing.
Oh man. Yep. I gotta find that album. That sounds so cool.
And like the best song I can think of to like get into like how good her voice, her vocals are, is listen to her sing Chandelier live on SNL, but with no music. It's just like only mic vocals. Like, oh my god, fucking Broad is amazing.
What? No way, dude. That is some serious talent and some serious confidence. That's so cool. Wow. That's awesome. I gotta watch that. I do that. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I just absolutely love female singers.
I listen to Heart and Pat Benatar a lot as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was here, and I was gonna go see her, but I for some reason didn't buy the ticket. But I should have because the ticket was cheap, and I'm mad at I'm beating myself up constantly for not going to go see her. Pat Benatar. Ah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
And like I absolutely love oldies too, and like TMAN did too. It was funny for a kid his young, he did not listen to any common era music.
No,
None.
he didn't.
None at all.
That's actually another thing. That's one of the things I wanted to bring. Like, it was so funny when Weeknd released Blinding Lights, it blew his mind. Like, Blinding Lights is a 2020 song, but it sounds like it came out of the 80s. And he would not stop talking to me about it. He was like, oh, and this is the most incredible song. It sounds exactly like it came out of the 80s. And I think there was like a week where that's all we talked about was like the Weeknd Blinding Lights.
I was like, dude, that was a popular song, man. Like
it's a good song.
Funny, and liked it because that wasn't really his genre of music either.
Yeah, but well, this particular song fits into his genre.
Yeah.
It is. Honestly, it's a phenomenal song. It literally is a phenomenal song. So, I mean,
now he told me his top, like it might not be his most favorite. It's a toss up between it and a couple others because, like he said, like same thing I said. I can't. Out of all the great songs in the world, I couldn't pick one as my #1. But he loved Country Road by John Denver. I remember we'd sing it quite a few times on the phone together. Like and you know what? People don't realize is TMAN actually had a really nice singing voice.
Did he? You know, I don't think I've ever actually heard him sing.
Well, because he's got that like Southern accent, and for a kid his age, like when he became 20, his voice started getting like really deep. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, no, it changed.
And but like he was still young enough where he could go from deep to like a higher octave. You know what I mean? And like so he had a good range, and like me and him would sing all the fucking time on the phone. He loved it, and like he liked to do it with me because he didn't feel comfortable doing it with anybody else because he didn't think he was good at it.
Right.
But like the thing is, you will never think you're good at it if no one tells you, because your voice sounds different in your head than it does on a recording, right?
It really does.
And it just sucks that people never got to hear that, because if TMAN would have worked on it, he he would have had a really good voice. Like I would say, if I had to compare him to anybody, it would have been like a cross between Chris Stapleton and Eric Church.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh. I can't believe it. I wish I got to hear that. That's so cool. And I do believe it. I could definitely hear him having a pretty phenomenal voice. All right, I'm gonna get back to my comments here.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. You get back to them.
That was a good tangent. But let me just try to breeze through these. We got actually I've only got 3 left or 4 left. We've got B Aviation. Hey, what's up, Owen? Nice to see you, B Aviation. Nice to have you here in the chat in the live stream. We got Tara come back again. What's the one Zippo you like to? What's that one Zippo you like to have, which is you don't have? So I think she's asking, what is a Zippo that I don't have that I really want? That is a good question. Shoot. There's a 1941 replica that they stopped making. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about, ZippoFanatic. It had just the old school Zippo logo kind of on it. It was like really big. It was a black ice. It had like the Zippo. I don't know if it was script or if it was like, I think it was actually kind of like block letters, but like they were staggered. And it had, the Zippo was written, I want to say, in silver, and then it had some gold accents along it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was a black ice base. I gotta do a Google image search. I don't even know if ZippoFanatic is there right now. Let's see. Zippo 1941 replica black. I bet if I do Zippo 1941 replica black ice, it'll show up. Because back when I was young, I always saw it on Amazon. On Amazon, and I was meaning to buy it. Except that I never did. There it is. I found it. Can I share images in my chat? I don't actually know. Can I share images in my chat? No, you can't share images in the chat. That is a shame. Can I share my screen? I don't even know if I can share my screen, but I can definitely share a link to the image. Let me just make sure this link is like okay to share. I don't want to like send y'all some sketchy thing. Oh, it goes to Walmart. I could actually just buy it from Walmart. Okay. This is the Zippo though. I think that's fine to send in the chat. I don't even know. Oh no, it's too long. It's slightly too long. God, no. Okay, if y'all want to know what it is, look up Zippo Black Ice 1941 replica windproof lighter multicolored, and look for the Walmart.com entry. Although I see now it's out of stock, but this is the one that I would say that like I've always kind of had my eye on it, but like I never bought it when I was younger. To answer Tara's question. Let's see. Lip Guitar asked, could you show your first custom again? Absolutely. Let me just get my video back. There it is. This is it. I made it with my engraving tool. Hopefully you're still watching my stream. I don't actually know. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It could be a lot worse, but it could be a lot better as well. I could have practiced a little bit more on some more like better things to practice on. Let me make sure this is flipped the right way before I show that. So, yeah, that is my first custom. And actually, it does look pretty cool open. I actually do like that lid contrast. I like the lid versus that. Again, if I could have just perfected that a little bit more. And my thinking, by the way, with the this design was that it added more grip to open the lighter, because one thing I noticed about the satin chromes is that they were a little slippery and they were kind of hard to get a good grip on when you're trying to open them. So that just kind of made it a little bit more reassuring that you'd actually get it. So that was functional. Let's see. Oh boy, we've got my bro Alan. What's up, bro? Nice to see you. Sheesh, bro. He's like, hello from India, dear Zippo. You cool, bro. Sheesh. All right. Anyway, he's a personal friend tonight. What's up, bro? Nice to see you. And now we've got Tara coming back saying, no idea, RT. Now I'm looking. Oh, she's looking for it now. I'll have to somehow show you myself. I don't know. It's how do I describe it? It says Zippo, the original windproof lighter, and it's black ice, 1941 replica. It's really beautiful. It's one that I've been meaning to get. Actually, never mind. Okay, that's it. That's the whole thing. Yeah, you can't share your image. You can share the link, but the link is too long, so rip. And Wonder engraving, yeah. And then we've got Lip Guitar saying, yeah, I'm watching both streams. And I believe we're caught up now. Oh, wait, no, we're not. One just came in. I'm loving my Zippo order. It's getting better. Oh, yeah, as you use your Zippos and they get scratched up, they do start looking a lot better. I do agree. But the cool thing about the brass ones is that they don't actually get like that scratched up. They just kind of look like this as you use them. And yeah, I don't know. The brass ones I think are phenomenal users. Let's see. And finally we got Doug Fury. What's my least favorite Zippo? What is my least favorite Zippo? I got to be honest with you. It's the one that I got as my mystery Zippo because that just doesn't interest me at all in the slightest. It just doesn't. If you go back, literally, it's a video I made last year about like ordering a mystery Zippo. I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it was a promotion Zippo was putting on.
Yep.
If you bought a certain amount of money on their website, they would ship you a free Zippo. And the one thing I want to say is all my American friends that got them all hated the Zippo. And if you go look at my videos, a lot of Americans copied on there. Why did you get such killer Zippos in your mystery bucket Zippos?
Yeah, you mentioned that to me. Hey, Tara, this is kind of what that Zippo that I was talking about looks like, except it's a black ice 1941. It's the same design. I think I like this one better though, to be honest, because it has like Zippo lighter. I don't know. Anyway, a whole bunch of other chats came in while I was talking about that. I'm loving my Zippo older. It's getting. Oh yeah, I just mentioned that. What's my least favorite Zippo? And then she's like, "Yeah, brass is gonna be my next purchase." Hell yeah, do it. All right, Mike, it's all yours.
Okay, so I just want to say something before I go on any further. I know TMAN's parents are watching the stream. Me and Owen were talking about this earlier. I want to do something. Do you guys have a picture, a good picture of Tristan in like, I would like it in like a fedora because I knew he did wear them from time to time. He did like dressing old school. And do you have any pictures of him in a fedora? And if not, do you have any of like your favorite good pictures of Tristan just dressed up, hair nice, looking handsome? Because I want to put his face on a few Zippos. And what my main goal is I want to get like four rose golds, and I want to make one for Dave and Kia, and I want to make one for his mom Wen, and I want to make one for Owen, because like obviously I feel like, you know, we had personal friends and cousins and brothers and stuff in real life, but I just mean like our community and his family, I feel like they're the most closest. So I would like to make you guys all a custom rose gold with Tristan's face on it and just a little something about it, just so you guys can all have that from him with his logo on it. And for anybody wondering too, like the rose gold Zippos are only $20 each American. If you live in America, you can order 4 of them for $80 with free shipping. And I would definitely like to do that for all you guys, to have something to have forever. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do it on rose gold because that was going to be one of TMAN's next purchases. He really wanted one, and for as far as durability goes, it's probably the toughest finish you can get. So like, it will last you guys the longest, and I just feel like his face just deserves to be on a Zippo. It'd be an honor, and I think he would really love that too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really, I definitely think that was a really cool idea. And I think he would just find that to be the coolest thing ever, to like have his face on a Zippo. By the way, I don't know if my stream just cut out. I accidentally swiped and went back a page and then had to go forward a page. I noticed my feed is really laggy now, but I think hopefully it's fine to you guys. But anyway, yeah, just go on ahead.
No, it seems to be working good. It's still popping up ads.
Okay. It's still popping ads.
And for anybody ever wondering about how like me putting a face on a Zippo looks, I've only actually ever done 2 of them, and you guys can check them out. I did Onions, his YouTube channel is 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio. His was the first face I ever put on a Zippo. And then after his went so well, I put my face on a Zippo. And if you go to Bad Bowtie's channel, he has a video of that Zippo. His wife, it's funny, his wife calls it the hunky lighter. She thinks I'm good looking. And he also got he's the one who got the Jessica Rabbit Zippo. And okay. Owen's really good at editing too. So like, me and him are gonna work together to make this photo like the best we could get, the most detailed photo. And then like, when I do giveaways for him on the channel, I want his face to be on every one of the ones I give away, because like, remember I said he only did so many designs. I really want to space them out.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just for anybody wondering, Donald Duck is off the table for anybody to get a custom. Only me and T-Man will be the only ones who ever have the Donald Duck.
Yes.
And for anybody wondering, it is a hilarious story how that whole Donald Duck Zippo came to be. Me and him were talking the night before I made it, and he was like, you know what I'd really like to see on a Zippo? He's like, Donald Duck. And T-Man doesn't really like care for Disney characters or anything about that, but he's a huge time World War II fan. It's probably his favorite war of all time. And Donald, for anybody who doesn't know, Donald Duck was created as a propaganda for the war during World War II. So like, he was on all the planes and ships and on some tanks, not as many tanks as he was planes and ships because he was in the Navy, right? And he was basically created as a character by Disney for propaganda for the war during World War II. And so that's why he always had a special place in T-Man's heart. And he always loved Donald Duck because of what he stood for. And so he gave me the idea for the Zippo, and then I had made it. And then the next day on the live stream, I was doing a giveaway for it. T-Man wanted it so bad, he super chatted $25 for it, the giveaway, right? But then when the draw came, even though he had the most votes than anybody, somebody else actually won the friggin' Zippo, someone in Australia. And T-Man was so fucking pissed. But then I didn't hear back from this guy for months and months, and then it like turned into a year or whatever. So I just gifted it to T-Man. It just showed up in the mail one day to him, and he was so fucking happy, man. He wanted that thing so bad.
Oh my gosh. I did not realize that. That's crazy. They're like, wow. What happened?
Yeah.
Did the original winner just like not get back to you or something?
Well, you know what? He was in Australia anyways. And I wasn't sending it to Australia, but yeah, he never did get back to me.
Gotcha. That's kind of a cool story, though. I bet Tristan really appreciated that. He probably really did. I'm gonna get my laptop charger because my laptop's getting low. But carry on.
Well, the funny thing was he's never super chatted ever in his life before. That was his first and only super chat. And like, I've given away tons of customs and he never wanted any of them. Like, he wanted that Donald Duck one.
He really
and it was kind of like a troll. It was kind of like a troll I did to him because he designed it the night before and then I made it the next day.
That is gold.
But like, there's so many little things about my YouTube channel that are just like all Tristan. Like I said, we wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for Tristan. Tristan convinced me to keep posting my original YouTube videos on my channel. Mm-hmm. And then when I got my channel hacked, I didn't post for like 8 months or do anything, and he was always still messaging me, and he gave me the strength. You know what I mean? Like, he gave me the strength, and he talked me right out of that slump, and he got me posting again. So like, this wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for him. The first one wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. I remember him messaging me. He's like, "Oh, and ZippoFanatic got hacked. Can you do anything?"
Hey, you know what though? You were the first person, even though we barely ever talked except a few live streams and YouTube comments, you were the first person that actually sent to the YouTube creator program for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember like going to your channel and seeing that live stream, whatever the heck that thing was. Just BS going on, man. Jeez.
Like, I fucking can't believe they fucking did that to me. Like, why would you want to ruin my life and my tiny little channel? For what reason? Like, what kicks did you get from it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what happened? Like, why? What was the motivation?
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And you know what I always thought was funny too? Like, when me and TMAN started talking and becoming good friends, he would always call me and be like, "Hey, do you mind if I post this video? It's a little similar to one of yours, but it's quite different." I was like, "Dude, you don't have to fucking ask me, bro." So fucking funny, man. Like, he did a nickel plating video, nickel plating a Zippo video before I ever made my own.
Really?
Yeah, and I was talking about it one day in a live stream, and he asked me before he even tried it. He's like, "Hey, I know you wanted to do a nickel plating video, but he's like, I already have all the stuff here, and you're waiting for yours in the mail. Do you mind if I post mine?" I'm like, dude, you're not gonna ask me, bro. Man, like, fucking go ahead.
You made it. Go for it, man.
And then he did the Zippo frozen in ice video the day after he saw my video or whatever, and he asked me for permission too. I was like, "Dude, you're like my little brother. You do whatever the fuck you want, John."
Bruh, that's funny.
And I remember one time he was all down in the dumps, and this was the time before the time he stopped posting. Remember a couple years ago he stopped posting for like 8 months.
Yep.
And then he started posting again for like a good solid year. Just before he started doing that posting again, he had messaged me because like I was giving him shit. I was like, "Dude, you're like 800 subscribers. You're almost about to be fucking monetized. You're getting great views and great this." I was like, and like you just stopped posting and you're giving up and blah blah blah. And I was like, and I had told him then, I was like, "You're like a fucking little brother to me, man. Like, I care about you, dude." And he ignored me for a week. He never messaged back. But then, because you know how he was. But then he messaged me back. He didn't say anything. He just messaged. He's like, "You know what?" He's like, when you told me that I was like your little brother, he's like, I couldn't get that out of my head all week at work. Everywhere I went, I just kept thinking about how you said that because it's like I always thought of you as like a bigger brother. You know what I mean?
Oh
and
my
he's
gosh.
like, I'm posting videos again. He's like, you're right.
Hell yeah.
It was his fucking dream, and like his big dream, like his dream overall, if he could have had any dream that actually happened to him, he wanted to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And it made sense because of how well he performed on the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was so well spoken and original on the camera, and like he doesn't plan out any of his videos. He doesn't have any script or anything like that. Like I do. I couldn't do a one-off top of my head video like how he does it and just make it seem so fluent, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his way of speaking is brilliant.
And like, I guess that's one thing that'll always piss me off for the rest of my life is he never seen his own value and his own worth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he didn't think he was as great as we thought he did. You know what I mean?
I agree. He kind of didn't. He always kind of thought he wasn't much of anything.
And like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't understand it because like a kid as confident as he is, and I even told him this. I was like, bro, I was like, I won't even put my face in a video. I'm so scared. And I was like, and look at you, man. You don't care. You put it out there. You smoke and spit on there. Like you don't give shit. Like I was like, I wish I was as brave as you, T-Man. I wish I was that brave. Like
Right. Gosh. Yeah, dude. I mean, you're absolutely right. Mm.
And I was like, and like he was like, oh, I know I'm okay at acting because I did some school plays and everybody was telling me how good of a job I did. He's like, but like, he's like, he's like, I don't think I'd ever get there because like when you have to be a good actor, it's all who you know and things like that. And I was like, bullshit. I was like, if people flock to you, they will sign you. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Like who's that ugly guy in all those movies? You know what I mean? Like Steve Buscemi. You know what I mean? Funny looking little fuck, weird looking fuck, but like, guy can play a role, man. You know, he's so versatile. Like,
exactly.
and it just sucks because like that was always his dream.
I know.
But like, and he was ahead. Like he was ahead on like that kind of stuff. Like he knew more than I did too. Because I'd be like, well, why don't you just go to Hollywood, man? And like, he's like, you don't go to Hollywood to make movies anymore. But like, and he already knew that. And like, I didn't even know that. He taught it to me. He's like, you know, you're going to like Atlanta, Georgia, or like Toronto, or like some skirts in New York. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a smart kid. He knew his stuff. If he had a passion, he knew a lot about it. He would teach me stuff all the time as well.
oh God, I know, right? Like, I love World War II. Like, it's one of my favorite things. And like, I don't have the memory that kid has. Like, he remembers dates and ranks and numbers of deaths of certain battles. It's like, holy fuck, kid! Like, I've been studying World War II my whole life, and I can't get that information down. And like, you're just fucking spitting it off the top of your head. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I was, yeah, he was very well versed in a lot of things.
and like, he was the first person to tell me what this thing was on a Zippo dependable flame. It sent it to me. It's actually the oldest Zippo in my collection right now. It's a 1949 Zippo.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this little little badge or whatever is on it. And even I asked Dependable Flame what it was. He said he didn't know. He had no fucking clue or whatever. T-Man, I showed it to him. I didn't even get to spit out my sentence about like the Zippo or anything like that. He's like, oh, that's off that's a lapel off a collar, off a uniform. He's like, and that definitely is off a World War II uniform, that collar.
Of course. He's just like, oh yeah, that. Yeah, duh.
And then the only thing he didn't know about it was whether or not it was Marines or Air Force, and then he figured.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I wish after this fucking stream is over, I could just call him and have one of them again, man.
I think about that a lot. I'm just like, damn, I could just call him right now.
He wouldn't answer, but
No, he wouldn't answer.
No, he never answers your calls the first time. He'll wait and then call you back.
Yeah, I did call him. Yeah, yep. He sometimes answered my calls, but
not if he wouldn't answer mine if they were unplanned. Definitely not.
Really?
Yeah, but like the funny thing, what he would do is we'd be texting, and I'd be like, "We are texting so much stuff. Let's just call, so I don't have to break my thumbs anymore." And he'd be like, "Yeah, call me right now." Call him right now. Wouldn't answer the phone. Ignore me for 20 minutes. Call me back.
That's funny. I would do that too. I would oftentimes I would just call him though. We'd be texting like, and then I'd just be like, yeah, I just gotta call him. And then I'd call him and he'd usually answer if we were actively texting. I do it. That's kind of my style. Like if I'm gonna call you, we gotta be actively texting, and then I'll just boop the button.
Yeah, like that's how I am. If our texts are short and falling flat, I'm not even gonna bother talking to you. But if we're having a couple good laughs or whatever, like, yeah, let's just fucking talk this out.
Exactly.
But the whole thing about this ordeal, though, like none of it's good. But like the one good thing that came out of it, I do have to say, is that like me and you have grown closer. Yes. Through all this, and it's really helped, man, because like your personality is a lot like TMAN's. Like people, this is the first time we're talking on stream or whatever, but me and him have been talking almost every night since this incident, and me and him have been FaceTiming for like an hour, 2 hours here, and like I don't do that with anybody, man. Me and Owen are having like great private conversations. And
yes, yeah, it's true. Like I never would have gotten your number. I never would have gotten your email. I never would have gotten any kind of like chatting or phone calls or anything with you. It's been fun. It's been a good time.
Yeah, like we were friendly on YouTube for years. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like, who would have thought? You know what I mean?
And I think it's good too because like I think TMAN really wanted us to be friends.
Yes.
He's mentioned it more than once.
Mm-hmm. Yup, he has. He absolutely has.
And he really did love you as a person, man. He talked about you all the time and the good times you guys had.
Yeah, man. We did have some good times. We had some good times with mugs, some good times with Zippos. Oh man.
I know I got like jealous of the amount of time you got to spend with TMAN, dude.
I was so upset that he moved to Boone right after I moved out of Boone. I was like, damn, this would have been great.
How far is Boone from where you moved? How far?
Raleigh is 3 hours away from Boone.
Okay, so that's not bad.
It's not bad. But
and I think how you do that, like how Canadians do that. Instead of saying the distance, you'll say the amount of hours driven. I like that.
Really? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's what I always said. I'm like, yeah, it's 3 hours away. I don't look at the distance. I'm like, the distance. I'm like, oh yeah, that's like no, I see the distance. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. But then I'm like, what if that road is like a 1-lane road that's like 25 miles an hour for like 100 miles? And maybe not that, but maybe like 45 mile an hour, 100 mile stretch. It's like, well, that could take a while. You know what I mean? You gotta know the time.
For sure, man. It's like funny too because like Americans are like the most technical people to get directions from. Like, I think it's because of their military history.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're always like, okay, head northeast, do down there for 24.9 miles, and then go, and like, they don't say right turn, left turn, nothing like this. They give you like compass directions. It's like, holy fuck, like, how am I supposed to follow this?
I don't know how to give directions. Hopefully you will never ask me for directions, because I do not know what I'll do. I'm just like,
Bro, before fucking smartphones, do you have any idea how hard it was to get anywhere in the world? Like, having to buy a map and follow a fucking map and not knowing where you are on the map?
Yeah, man. I remember printing off MapQuest for my mom and dad sometimes. Jeez.
Oh, dude, yeah, remember you used to have to do that? You used to have to make the printout. They didn't have GPS yet or anything.
And you know what's funny is iPhones can still do that. Like, you can actually still print out like directions from your iPhone Maps app if that's how you roll.
Yeah, if you don't have data or something, I guess, eh?
I guess, yeah. But actually, I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say this full send, I'm pretty sure that GPS does not use data. At least the GPS part. The map rendering probably takes data, but actual GPS, I do not think actual GPS uses data. I could be wrong though.
Okay, I can actually tell you how this works as a guy who has a phone that does not hook up to cell service. It's only Wi-Fi.
Oh.
I still bring my phone in the bush for this reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can't use maps or type in where to go and here or there or anything, but what does work, even though there's no service hooked up to your phone, is it will show you where you are.
Yes.
It'll still show your location, and it'll still call 911.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're feeling like it doesn't use data, that might be the portion that doesn't use data, but getting directions or anything like that will require some data.
Yeah. Actually getting the directions, yeah, but once you like turn on the GPS mode and like turn by turn directions, I don't think that's data. I don't know. Could be wrong. But yeah, that lines up with what I thought.
Well, like I said, I go out into the bush with an iPhone that's not hooked up to any service or anything. And even if it was, I couldn't get it out there anyways. But
right.
It will still point. It'll tell me which way I'm pointing and where my blue dot is. That's all it will do. And it won't load out any screen. Like if you try to zoom out or anything, it won't load anything. Or
yeah, that makes sense.
It'll only show you your direct area.
Yes.
And not in a good image or anything. It'll just show like any roads or anything by.
Yeah.
But usually where I go, there are no roads.
Nice. There's no roads in the States.
Whatever happened to T-Man's car, though? Remember he posted that video a long time ago? It was the same car as like the Zippo car, that Chrysler.
Right. Yep, I understand that it's been located. So it's been located, and they're gonna send it to somebody that they know that really appreciates the particular car, and he's gonna like restore it and take good care of it. I actually found that out today. So.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, didn't he leave that in Virginia or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the whole story. He did tell it to me.
Right.
But that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he absolutely loved that car.
Yeah. The good news is that the car is going to be in good hands. So I am been rest assured of that. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Because like it didn't need too much work. Like it needed all new brakes and all the lines that needed to be done. It needed new electrical components, and I think it needed a new engine too or something. But like a box engine at that time, I don't know about now, but at the time when we were talking about it, it would have been pretty cheap for him to drop because he didn't want to put in some big cocksucking horsepower one or anything like that.
Yep, indeed. Absolutely, yeah. That's very true. Very true.
Did he ever show you the hood ornament he keeps on his desk?
No, did he?
It's
No.
it's the old Imperial Eagle.
No way. That's so cool.
And they only had this specific one for very few short years, and they changed it right after.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually in the picture.
Huh. He probably showed it to me.
Have you ever sent you a picture of his desk he got, that old desk?
I bet he did. We've had a few avenues of communication. One of them is Facebook Messenger. One of them is actual texting. So hopefully you send it to my Facebook Messenger.
Okay, here, I'll actually send you the picture because I have it. He sent it to me. But like, just so you know what I'm talking about, like, check out how fucking badass this fucking hood ornament is. So.
Yes. The poor chat won't be able to see. I tried to send a picture in my chat earlier because somebody asked me about a Zippo, and I was like, I can send you a picture, and I was like, wait a minute, I can't send pictures. But I'm not surprised. Like, I'd be surprised if we could send pictures in the chat, to be honest. It would just take up so much room. Okay, so there, I sent you the picture. Okay, it's delivered. Oh, yeah, nice. I don't know if I actually saw this desk at all, actually.
Click on it and zoom into the black phone and look right beside it.
Yeah, no, I do see it. I do see that. That's pretty badass, actually.
Like, dude, is that not the fucking coolest eagle you've ever seen on the fucking front of a car before? Why did they stop using that? Like,
I don't know. They now just like put big decals on the front of the cars. I saw Dr. Mura review a newer one, and it just had a decal. Of that eagle.
When he first sent it to me,
mm-hmm.
I didn't know what it was, and he didn't send me the picture of the hood ornament. He sent me like a digital image of the ornament, like off the computer.
Yeah.
Like a drawing of it, or like a PDF file, black and white or whatever, right? He sent it to me, and he was like, I think this would look really cool on a Zippo or whatever. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. And the first thing I said was like, I'm not putting no fucking Nazi shit on it.
You said that? Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought it was some sort of Nazi eagle, and then he explained it, and I Googled it, and it was just completely different than what I had thought.
Wow. That's so funny, man. Hey, that's gold.
Yeah, dude, it was funny. And like, I was the one who got him to change his Dale Gribble profile picture on YouTube. I didn't want to say it earlier, but like, Dale is wearing an SS uniform.
Oh, yep.
In the picture, right? Like, and like, I had just gotten my channel monetized or whatever, and TMAN's always been my buddy, and I was like, TMAN, like, I want to share your channel on my community page and like get you some subscribers and followers and like get you in a thing. He's like, yeah, I want that too. I was like, but I am not sharing your fucking profile with that goddamn picture of fucking Dale in an SS uniform. He was stubborn on it for the first little bit. He's like, I'm not changing that. That's been my picture for years. And he wouldn't change it. He's like, I don't care what anybody thinks. And then he eventually did change it because he wanted to be mentioned on my channel. And I told him I would only have him on as a live stream guest if he would remove it too. So then he changed it to a close-up picture of a Zippo that was lit. And then later we came up with his logo that it is right now.
I remember the lit Zippo. That's right. Damn. That's funny. I vaguely remember that first picture. I don't remember it very well, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, he's got some great videos. And just sucked though because like we were working on this thing and he had a real fucking banger of a video, and it was 5 things you could use for a Zippo wick.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he had all these materials. He had already tested out 3, and they actually worked really good. And some of the results were pretty shocking. I'm not going to say it here because I'm pretty sure he said he had it uploaded on his YouTube. It's just private right now. You just got to switch to public. That was like one of the first 3 ones he had because he had all the materials in his apartment. But like he made a Zippo wick out of 5 different materials, and they all worked. Like. Yeah, like that's the kind of video you're just gonna consistently get views forever, right? Like it was really good video.
Yeah, hopefully that. Yeah, I hope it is on his channel. If it does get flipped to public, that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, he's got. Now I actually don't know if it's true or not, but like he told me he had 6 videos already uploaded to YouTube that just had to be switched. But like he said too, like, I'm not going to upload them I'm not going to make them public until my channel is monetized because then I'm throwing away money.
Oh, so he was kind of being smart with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being smart with it.
Well, because like his channel was getting like he's got a pretty reliable fan base. Like I noticed, like. Better than my fan base was too, because like when we were both up to 1,000 subscribers, if he posted a video, it would minimum get 300 to 500 views that day. And like if I posted a video, I had the same amount of subscribers, I'd only get anywhere from 100 to 150, max 200 that same day. You know what I mean? Like,
wow. That's actually really impressive for a channel with as many subscribers as he has, though.
Yeah, and like look at all the videos he posts, man. Like most people on his channel watch his videos when he posts them. Like,
yeah, he's kind of infectious. He would have been. YouTube was definitely his. Would have definitely been his thing.
I really think it was, man. Like it sucked that this all happened because like he was just about to get it monetized. I had videos that were like supposed to be like million view videos. I was saving them for myself, and I gave one to him. I was like, he was like, no, I can't take this one. I was like, no, you take this one. And I was just teaching him everything about YouTube, like how to make consistent money every month, how to get it up there and shit. And like he was doing all the steps, and you know how smart he was. And if he was interested in it, he'd learn it. And like that's what I liked about teaching TMAN. If you were teaching him something he was interested in, he was just like a sponge, and like he understood. And if he didn't understand, he wouldn't be afraid to like ask you to explain it to him and things like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that's what I hate is when you're trying to teach someone and they don't want to look stupid, so they'll say they're understanding what you're saying to them, and then you move on and though they didn't know it all, right? And like you're like man, like why didn't you ask me? Like,
yeah, he was very good at learning and asking a lot of questions and stuff. But also, like, I would ask him questions all the time. Like that time we went to the flea market and he was I don't think I told you this, but I took him to the Raleigh flea market last year because I knew he would love it, and he absolutely did. But we found this antique store, and he started picking up these like phone. I wish I could tell you what they were. I don't exactly know what they were, but they're like they'd sit on top of phone line poles. And they did something.
Glass insulators.
Yes.
Yes.
He bought like 5 of them. And I was like, what are these? Like, why are you buying these? Why are you so interested in these? And he was telling me about how they flip so well on eBay. And I was like, huh? I was like, okay.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy because like I have a bunch of them, and me and him would talk about that, and I showed him all mine before, and he absolutely loved it. And since we're talking about the glass insulators on power lines, back in the day, they used to be hand blown. Like somebody had to blow all those.
Yeah.
Like machines weren't making them or whatever. So those ones really fetch a lot of money. And then different regions of the country use different types of glass. So like some colors of glass are really rare and like really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and TMAN knew all about it. And like, yeah.
My gosh. I was just like, I don't even know what that is. It's just a glass thing. Okay.
And like, I find that weird that he even knew about it, because the only reason I knew about it was because I worked on the railroad and there's a bunch of them all down the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like when something gets decommissioned in the railroad, they don't use anymore. They don't spend the time to take it all down and throw it out. They just leave it on the side of the tracks.
Yeah, it seems, now that you mentioned railroad, I feel like he had a family member, or his family, and obviously his his parents can chime in. I think he maybe had some family background with the railroad. I could be wrong. I know my family has some family background in the railroad, so maybe I'm getting my family mixed up with his family, but like I wasn't as invested in that part as I guess he would have been.
Well, it's pretty likely, because like railroad is like one of the most common jobs in North America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just don't build a track and it's good forever. Like you got to maintain those tracks fucking all the time. And like America has enough railroad tracks to like go from fucking here to halfway to the moon or something. Like just in America.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I used to work for CN. It's like Canadian National Railway, and like at work we have a map of all the train tracks, just CN train tracks in America, and like all the ones in Canada. And like the one in Canada is just one track. It goes from East Coast to West Coast, and then a few cities. The ones in America look like a fucking maze. It's like, what? These are all railroad tracks? Like,
what? It's crazy. There's a lot of railroad tracks in Raleigh. I think you would be quite impressed by how many railroad tracks you just randomly find here.
It would make sense that there's a lot of railroad tracks there, because every old Drifter song I've ever heard mentions Raleigh, North Carolina.
Really? That's so funny.
Jumping on the train, headed through Raleigh, fucking, like they all start that way.
That's gold.
Raleigh must be near a major port or something. Gotta be, no.
We have a Union Station, but we also just have most of the trains I see seem to be like utilitarian trains. They're not passenger trains.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, nobody really travels on passenger trains. Like most were cargo trains.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bro. I'm probably gonna try to get out of here around 11:30. Just FYI, I'll hang out for another 30 minutes. I'm getting a little sleepy. But
you worked all day, buddy. Did the extra TPS reports, extra hours.
I was supposed to take a half day today, and I got sucked into a meeting that lasted well past the end of my half day. So I'm a little salty, but at the same time, like I was recognized for it. Like people were like, "Hey, that was pretty cool of you to stick around for the meeting," and I was like, "Well, okay, I didn't mean to." Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to let everybody in the chat know we are going to draw then in just a few minutes. I just want to give everybody time to get back here. Maybe if one can drop a message in the Discord, hey, ZF's getting ready to draw.
Yep. While you're doing that.
Did that Ranzi ever tell you in your chat how he knew TMAN?
No, he never did.
I'm just trying to see if he ever did in mine either. No, he hasn't been in mine.
Yeah. I guess while you're writing whatever you're writing, I just got one more little chat from Tara. She was asking why Americans hate the metric system, and like, I mean, I agree. I genuinely don't know why Americans are so salty against the metric system. I just wish we were like, we could all just be buddies and use the metric system. But no, we got to be stubborn. We use Fahrenheit, we use inches, we use like yards and miles, and it makes it so complicated, man.
Okay, but I just want to add something to that, though, as a person who uses both metric and imperial.
Mm-hmm.
Like here in Canada, we're all metric system, obviously, right? Where all my measurements are all done on that and everything, blah, blah, blah. Great. Okay, but if you live in Canada and you're building houses, you use imperial.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, people might not know this in the chat, you might not know this either, Owen. Do you have any fucking idea how hard it is to fucking have to yell out measurements and things like that in metric system to build a house? If you were using imperial, you could just simply say 3 feet and 2.5 quarters or 8/16. You know what I mean? Like, you just know what that is. That's so simple, right? Like,
yeah, I guess that actually makes sense. I'd never thought of that.
oh my God, if I had to, because I used to build houses, if I had to build a house in fucking metric, I would tear my fucking hair out. Like, it's easier in imperial. But anything else, though, any other type of measurement, you can throw fucking imperial out the window. It doesn't make sense to me, like Fahrenheit and all that bullshit. Like,
well, Celsius does not make sense to me, but I everywhere else, like when it comes to any other type of measurement, I'm pretty universal. Like I kind of know what a meter is and like centimeter, and like I mean, our imperial rulers have centimeters on them, so I'm familiar with the centimeter quite well, and like and I know what a meter is, and I know what all the other things are, but I mean I still know, we use miles. I'm pretty stubborn with miles. We don't use kilometers.
yeah, the one thing I don't like about miles is it makes it seem like you're driving slow.
I bet it does.
Because like 50 miles an hour is like 80 kilometers an hour or something, right?
I just know that the old 2002, like 2003 Buicks, if you
I've owned several.
Yes, if you flip from measuring miles to kilometers, the speedometer literally like jumps.
And another thing we don't really use too much in Canada is kilograms and things like that. We use pounds. Like, pounds is so fucking simple. Like, I love
Interesting.
Weight, imperial, I feel is the way to go to. Like, it makes so much sense. Like,
I guess it does. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, because it breaks down so much simpler too. You know what I mean? There's 16 ounces in a pound. There's 28 grams in an ounce. Or, quarters, eighths, and halves. Like, it just makes sense to me. Like,
yeah, man. I guess I can see that. That's interesting. I guess I never really thought about what Canada actually would use, and never really questioned it. I kind of assumed they used imperial. I think because I don't know, maybe Tara's Canadian or something, and I don't know. She's obviously not American.
In the 70s, when everyone was making the decision to switch, Canada was only switching because America said they would. We didn't even want to. And you guys backed out after everybody did it.
Oh my gosh. Well, don't you just love that?
Yeah, just amazing.
It's brilliant.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready for the draw for the TMAN fucking coinage Zippo. Yeah. I got everybody's names. I just want everybody to know, so it's out in the open. These are all the same people who were entered in the last draw. All right? And if anyone's wondering how you got into the last draw, anybody who watched my video and went over to T-Man's video to spread his family some love was automatically entered in the draw. And I didn't tell anybody about that. I waited 2 days. So if you didn't comment on his video in that first 48 hours, you didn't get entered in the draw, because I thought only people who actually took the time to do all that, to go through all the shit, to do it without thinking that they were getting anything in return. That was the main thing. Once I posted the rules for the giveaway on the following Friday, I noticed a lot of people went and commented on his video after. And I just thought that was like, really shitty, like that's just shady, you know what I mean? And so only the original people. But for the next few draws, though, they're going to be way more broader and wider and more people involved, because I know who commented on T-Man's videos regular, like who were his regular, like people who cared about him, his subscribers. And like a lot of them don't even watch or comment on my channel. Jerry Spice, he comments on all of TMAN's videos, and he's been commenting on them for years. I'm going to put him in the next draw for his birthday. So, like, all his close friends and all the people he liked and all the people he talked with are all going to be put in the next draw. And everybody who shows up in the live streams all the time will get put in too, because in this bowl here, there's 169 gumballs. So, like, I got to assign one person to every single one, right? And it'll be easier for draws to come. Right now, there's only like 50 or 60 people in the draw. So, like, most of these numbers don't have a name to them. You might see me have to throw one back in and draw a new number. It's just because there's no one assigned to that number yet. But for his birthday draw in a couple of weeks, everyone will have a number, and I'll let you guys all know. So, all right, we're going to do the draw here. Everybody get ready. Who's all here today? I'm just going through the chat, seeing if I missed anything, if anybody was being bad. No, everybody was being pretty respectful. Okay, all right, here we go. First number. Not assigned. Too high of a number. Oh, another one. Oh, okay, here we go. Wait, let me look at the paper. Is Hemi 04 Hemi here? Is 04 Hemi in the chat? You got to be here to collect your prize.
Oh, for Hemi.
I'll give him 30 seconds to claim his prize. If not, I will have to draw a new winner.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Where you at, Hemi?
Yeah, what is he, in your fucking chat?
He's not in my chat. I don't think. I haven't seen a Hemi in my chat. Well, maybe. I mean, just don't check that.
All right, we're drawing a new one. He wasn't here on time. This number's too high. Nobody is assigned that number, but neither is that one. Okay, this one's usable. Let me look at the list. Where is he? Oh, never mind. I had this upside down. This is 93, not 39. Too high. No number assigned to that one either. Hold on. These will go smoother in the future, everybody.
That's funny. You should put lines on the bottom of these numbers so you know how to orient them.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck was I thinking? Oh! I think we have a winner who is here in the chat. Zippo Lions Den. Terry, are you here?
Zippo Lions Den.
Guys.
Let's go. Hey, if he's in my chat, if he wants to comment on mine too, I can tell you, but.
Well, he's got 30 seconds.
I've only got 3 concurrent viewers currently, so I'm not holding high hopes. Hey, there he is.
Oh, he is here. Finally, we can stop fucking drawing.
Hey, nice job, bro.
That was like 8 gumballs, man. Shit. Congratulations, Terry. You won the coin Zippo in the lighter caddy.
Hell
lighter caddy recoiler.
Nice.
I believe I already have your address, so don't worry about sending it to me. I already have it. Sweet, thank you very much. Hey, don't thank me, man. Fucking, I'm just a tool of this device here. And actually, it was Zippo Daily Fix who donated this Zippo all those years ago, actually. So you can thank him for the donation. You can thank TMAN for the inspiration.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I believe Owen is he probably wants to get off and go do his thing. He's getting tired. I think I'm going to talk here for a few more minutes here and chat with the home fries if there's anything anybody wants to talk about. There's way too many comments on my channel. I mean, on the live stream for me to go back and read them all. Sorry, guys. Those ones are lost in time. Maybe I'll find one of Lisa's though. If Lisa commented,
I could have swore you won the lottery earlier in the chat, man. You might want to go back and look.
Who is that?
I think you did.
I won the lottery.
You did. It's just in the chat. You got to go find it. Oh,
congrats to the wiener. It's caught somewhere in time. Yeah, man, I fucking like doing these draws. And don't worry, Terry, I will stock you up on some new Zippo Mafia stickers.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how many you got last time. But I sent you some too, Owen, and I sent you extras.
Oh, cool.
In case, like, you wanted to do, like, a little giveaway on your channel, mail somebody a Zippo Mafia sticker.
Yeah, okay. That sounds great, actually.
Because, to tell you the truth, the stickers are nice to mail because they're cheap because they fit in an envelope and as a letter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's yeah. I once did a giveaway where I gave away one of the dating cards, and that was, well, you know, the Zippo dating chart.
Yeah.
That was a nice giveaway. I know how to make an envelope. I can make my own envelope that's mailable.
Actually, you know what? It's funny you mentioned the Zippo dating chart card that they used to give out. I think they used to come in the boxes of Zippo. It's like when you bought a Zippo, that card was in there, I think, back in the day for a period of time. But Zippo Daily Fix has got a fucking, like a little desktop laser engraver or whatever. And he does them on a piece of aluminum.
No shit.
And yeah, that fit your wall. I was like, man, fucking make me one of those. He never did, but like, oh, that'd be fucking awesome to have an aluminum.
That would be so. I've got a buddy that has one of those as well. Maybe he could make me one.
Yeah, gonna make you two.
Yes, make it two. Send you one. Yeah.
But how I was talking about actually sending you Zippo Mafia stickers actually made me think of something. I have multiple rolls of those stickers. There was an ordering mess up. I was only supposed to get 250 of those stickers, and they sent me 1,000 of them.
Oh.
And like, I didn't pay extra or anything. It was for free or whatever. It was their screw up. But I was actually supposed to send an entire roll to TMAN. So when he would do giveaways on his channel, he can give away stickers too. Maybe I'll just send you an entire roll.
Okay. Yeah.
There's, I think, 140 stickers on every roll or something like that.
Sure, dude. Absolutely.
As long as you'll give them away. And Terry, maybe I'll do that for you too. Maybe I'll send you some extras so like you could do some giveaways on your channel. Like you don't have to give away Zippos, but you can give away those stickers, right?
Yeah, that'd be a real easy one.
Yeah. Well, that was the first thing I ever did on my main channel was I ordered those stickers and gave them away, and it gave me a lot of traction, man. You know what I did?
What?
When I first got the fucking stickers, I put out on a community post and on my live stream, I was like, whoever likes and comments on all my videos will get stickers in the mail. And I did that when I was first monetized, man. 150 people went and watched all 100 of my videos, liked on it, and commented on it.
Wow.
And it fucking, my analytics that month were fucking through the roof. But you know what the downside was I didn't realize?
Mm-hmm.
It's $1.30 Canadian to send a letter. It cost me almost $200 fucking to mail out stickers to everybody.
Phew.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot.
Oh my god, dude. And like, you wouldn't believe how many got returned back to me because people fucked up their address and gave me one number wrong, or
Dude, I can't even believe that. That's crazy.
well, and then that's my $1.30 down the drain. You don't get your money back for a return item, and you don't get to reuse the stamp after.
No, I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's all spent.
And so those people that fucked up on their address and never got it, never resent their stickers. You already cost me enough money. And then every letter I sent to Florida got fucking returned to me.
Weird.
Yeah, because Florida's mail of receiving letters is so strict that if you don't have everything written perfectly on the letter in the right spot in the right order, they won't even take it into the state.
What?
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
That doesn't even make any sense. Well, hopefully I don't get a pen pal in Florida.
The packages I sent to Florida get through because they have tracking numbers and stickers and scanners on them.
Right.
It's just the letters. But yeah, if you Google it, how to send a letter to Florida, you'll see there are strict rules. And like the from address has to be in a certain corner of the envelope. It can only be so big and take up so much of the envelope. It has to be in the exact order of like name, street, postcode, city, fucking county, fucking everything, man.
Jeez.
And then on one of them, I didn't have, I put the to address, like who I was sending it to, I put it in the middle of the envelope, and that got rejected. I had to have it more to the right.
That's so stupid.
Like, listen to this. Some mailman took the time to handwrite on all those envelopes what I got wrong. And sent them back.
Like going to school.
Like, couldn't you have just corrected them and sent them to the people who were getting them?
Yeah.
Like, you took the time to write all my mistakes like a teacher on my fucking envelope.
I hope he used a red pen.
He didn't, no. He used a black pen, and I did all my writing in blue.
Oh, man. That would have been funny.
Yeah, I was fucking annoying. I was like, I'm never sending a package to Florida, and I did turn down a few custom offers to people in Florida because I'd only sent letters there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent the package and it went through and there was no problems because barcode scanning. It doesn't matter where you write it when it's a package like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right, bros. I think I'm going to head on out of here.
Okay, buddy. I really appreciate you being here. I really needed you here tonight with those stories for TMAN.
Absolutely.
And I know everybody loved having you here too.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a good time.
Yeah, dude, I had a great time, and I hope the next time I live stream you can be back too.
Yes, I will not be available Black Friday, which is next Friday. I can guarantee you that it won't be available. But we'll talk next time. We'll see what happens the next time.
Bro, shopping. You got to do you. You don't get sales like that all year round.
No, we don't.
And that's so crazy to watch, like Black Friday on the news in America and like Black Friday on the news in Canada. Like in Canada, like everyone's holding doors and single file, and oh no, man, you go in first. You're in a walker. You know what I mean? In America, it's like people fighting everyone.
I know. Yeah, no, it's so crazy here. So crazy here. All right. Well, I've got the most viewers I've had all night now, and I'm about to leave. So
you got to do what you got to do, bro.
I know. Hey, thank you all so much for being around for my first ever. Not technically not my first ever stream. I did a Minecraft stream way back in the day, but
didn't get super chat though on that stream.
Did not get super chats. Also, it wasn't on YouTube. YouTube wasn't even supporting streaming back then.
Oh, was this on Twitch or something?
I think it was on Twitch. I did a pretty good job, and I wish I recorded it because I'd watch it because I got a pretty good view base, and I was like, it really interacted with my viewers the entire time. But like, I just didn't record it. That's like my biggest regret. But YouTube automatically records your streams, so like this is pretty cool.
Uploads them and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be online.
Maybe you should get back into that, man, because I love watching gaming streams. Like even games I don't play. Like
yeah, maybe I should. I do want to get back into Minecraft at some point. I really wanted to during COVID. Like I had the Minecraft bug during COVID. So we'll see. Maybe I can pull that back off. I don't know.
have you ever played Mario Maker?
Yes, I have that on my Switch.
Oh my god, I fucking love that game.
It's a good game. It's really solid.
You know who I watch play it on YouTube all the time? There's these two main guys I watch, Grand Pooh Bear. And he's like fucking really good at it, really amazing at it. And then there's this one guy, the Beast.
Yes.
But like you gotta see it, man. Like these guys, like they'll post like a 20-minute video of them just trying out super expert levels on there, and it'll get like 150,000 views in like a day.
Dang, that's crazy.
And like some of these guys, their channels aren't even that big, but like they got that kind of views. Like kids love watching it, man. Like, and I'd rather put one of those streams on in the background while I'm busy for a few hours.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just like zone out and just watch. Just hear them screaming at their computer because they died or something.
Yeah, and like when I go to bed at night, I like to have like noise or like a TV on or something like that. I don't know if you ever heard of like Dr. Disrespect. He used to be strictly on Twitch, but now he got kicked off Twitch and he's on YouTube now, which is awesome for me. And he does like 10, 12-hour streaks, so I'll just play that in the middle of the night and fucking.
God, that's brilliant. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. That'd be fun. I want to get back into YouTube full time at some point. It's definitely something I want to do. One of the things I want to do soon, eventually, whenever I move, is make a photo studio. So that's probably another thing that could help me because when I have a photo studio, I have a YouTube
like
studio.
in one like develop photos like old school style or like where you
No, it'd be a digital photo studio.
Yeah.
It'd be a digital photo studio. Like I could take really sick product photos using like lights and colors and stuff.
Well, I hope you do that, man, because like I'd like to get into that with you. Like TMAN always talked about you guys like writing skits and like doing funny little shorts and like making videos and stuff, and like that's something I always wanted to get into because like I'm a good writer and I'm a funny person, but like I don't want to like do it like how T-Man wanted to do, where like you guys would be in the video and act. Like I want to do it more like how we were talking, like digital animation or things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And if there was two of us working on it, we could really split up the work.
Yeah.
You know, and I
see about that.
And like T-Man has some of his favorite skits he had told me about that you guys never got to make, so it'd be fun to make a few of those.
Yeah. I don't remember those in great detail, but he had some funny ideas. I was like, bruh, what are you even doing?
Well, the one he told me that stands out the most, he told me like 3, I think. I'll take me some time to remember the other ones, but the one he told me though was like, you guys making fun of Bic lighters and people who use them and like.
I'm trying to recall.
I'm trying to think, but there was something he said in that thing that just fucking made me burst out laughing.
Oh man, I can't remember his skit ideas very well. I just know a lot of them involve microwaves.
Well, he wanted to do like a Donald Trump one with you too, I remember. He was in the office at the time.
Yes. It's a shame that I moved away when he moved there. I wish that didn't happen, but
oh God, right? That would have been so cool.
That would have been great.
And you know what? He really could have fucking used you there, man, in Boone.
He really could have, actually.
And like I found that so weird too. Like how we always mention him as like a lighthouse, but like as how much he talked and how personable he was and friendly with everybody. Like he could make friends with people all over the world, but it was like so hard for him to make friends with the locals in Boone.
Exactly.
But like he explained it pretty good though, because like he would make friends with a lot of the kids there, but then they'd go away to their homes. They'd only be there for college or whatever.
Yep.
They'd go away for holidays. They'd go away for the summer. They're always busy with school. They weren't moving or staying there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He said it felt like he was the only kid in that town his age that was just living there and not going to school. And,
yeah, that would have definitely been hard for him. I knew what that was like because I lived there when I was his age, and yeah, that's definitely true.
and like that sucks too, man. Because like I wanted to go to North Carolina to meet that fucking kid so bad. We were planning it this summer. He was gonna take a week off work, and I was gonna go down there, and we were just gonna go. He's gonna show me like some cool trails and a bunch of cool camping places he knew of, and some fishing. And,
damn, that'd been so much. I would have been down there too. Actually, I would have been in Boone as well, like for that, like in a heartbeat.
And it was funny too, because like we were strategizing like how we would do it, and I was like, well, I don't want to stay in your apartment like for any time. Like I want to go see the sights, right? And like I'm not a city guy. When I say I mean the sights, I want to see like beautiful landscapes or whatever. He's like, oh well, we can only probably do it a few days at a time. I'm like, bro, I can live in the bush with nothing but a fucking match and a paperclip. I was like, don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll feed you the whole time in the bush. I'll fucking make your shelter. I'll light all the fires. Don't worry. He's like, I've never stayed a whole week out in the bush before. He's like, I'd like that.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Dude, that'd have been dope.
So fun, man. Just like sitting with that kid around a campfire talking all night about dumb shit.
Yes. That would have been phenomenal. All right.
Okay, you gotta go. We're gonna do this a lot of other times anyways. We don't gotta.
Yep, we definitely are.
I feel bad. I know you worked all day and you gave it your all in the live stream. And
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, but to everybody who's on my current stream, I think I've got 3 people. If I'm reading this right, I've got 3 people currently. So I mean, thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around. If we do this again, I'll try to make like a little announcement or like a video or a post or something. Because I didn't know I'd be streaming myself tonight, but yeah. Yeah,
I forced him into it, guys. If you're wondering.
Yeah, it was definitely this dude's idea.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna share the camera from him, but he's down here.
he said like 20 times that he was not going to do his own live stream, and I kind of just like refused it. Just
yeah, he did. I was like, bro, I'll just call you this time.
But it worked good, and I think this was a good way to do it or whatever. And he's more computer savvy than me. He might figure something better out in the near future. But
yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can. We'll see what I can figure out. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go on to beds. But
wait, before you turn off your live stream, I just want to tell everybody who's still listening, if you want to take part in future giveaways, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, Owen's channel, and TMAN's channel. And don't forget, we have the analytics. We can tell if you're subscribed or not. You can't lie to us. It shows us.
Yep, it does. It shows like a red sort of badge next to your name, even.
Yeah, it looks like a briefcase or something.
It does. It's weird. It's a weird logo.
Yeah, so I know if you're subscribed. I know if you unsubscribe. The only thing I don't know is if you dislike or like, but I really don't care because they all mean good. Dislike or like, it's action on the channel. So.
Exactly.
All right, take care, brother.
All right, I'll see you later.
Peace out, man.
All right, I'll see you guys later in an upcoming video or maybe another stream at some point. All right, catch you later. Oh, if y'all want the results of my stream, let me just do that real quick. I'm sorry, my poll. What is your preferred EDC Zippo style? 42% said brass, 28% said chrome. 17 of y'all said replica, and 14 of y'all said other. So that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah. Anyways, he hung up, so I'm gonna hang up too. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.